Just shut up and choke me.
Oh boy.
No.
Are you all sitting comfortably?
Always.
Yes, actually.
Let us delve into the world of Dungeons and Dragons.
Let's go.
Thing. Last time on Dungeons and Dragons, it was a fairly straightforward adventure on your all parts. Hogar and Roku competed in the Rumpus Ring as not necessarily allies, but against a common evil in their eyes, Joshua, the perceived half-brother of Roku. Hogar was knocked out of the ring due to an unfortunate roll on his part, only missing the spell DC by 1. Having been knocked out, he decided to walk underneath the ring and claim that he was actually an illusion. To some success, that is, we will see tonight. After Roku brutally murdered his brother and paraded his body around the ring.
No, paraded him and then murdered him.
Yes, he was blacked out. The parade happened, then the brutal murder, and then he paid himself 1,000 gold, which is, while horrifically brutal, one of the most baller things I've ever heard of in this entire fucking game.
Whipped out his 4-foot dick in front of the entire country of Trusk.
While completely morally not even gray, like super
wrong.
Dark, fucking dope. But I digress. Nikolai and friends also encountered an assassin attempting to kill Nikolai on Rick's orders. And after putting down this adversary, thankfully, it was done very quickly, relatively to some of your other enemies. You discovered a note in a language that you can't read, about 4 or 5 words vertically spaced out. Or horizontally spaced out, and it was complete gibberish to most of you, I believe. I believe Sweetie could look at it with his helmet eventually, but we haven't yet.
I think I was the only one who actually looked at it.
Yeah.
I didn't show it to anybody.
Yeah. And then, the next day, then you all got back to your ship to rest, while Roku had a little bit of a communion up on top. But then we will rejoin our story as the sun rises over Trusk. And while the sun is shining on a day like today, a bit of darkness looms due to the recent events that have unfolded. 2 deaths that have unfolded within the confines of a relatively close space. Both the death of a would-be assailant of Nikolai's and the death of a formerly seen hero of the town. Recent ambassador to the religion of Cord. And I believe Hogar was told to stop by the Ivory Fortress tomorrow morning, and it is now tomorrow morning. As you all wake up, what do you guys do?
Slight addition to the recap that you didn't include. Sid's dude showed up.
Sork. Yes, he's also chilling in Gronk's room.
Ooh. Well,
it was like a short session, but a lot happened.
We should probably get going to the Ivory Palace.
Does anybody else have the sudden urge to hit somebody with a chair? I feel like I could do that really well now.
I have a sudden urge to shoot better.
Not leave it, or it's just morning, you said.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to kind of sit in the captain's quarters with it, just kind of just holding him, just kind of staring at him, connecting a bond, if you will, with it.
As you stare at it as if overnight has changed from its blank expression while staring at you to, in the morning, it gives you a crooked, it's like Jared smiling for pictures and we tell him to stop looking like he wants to kill Batman. It's one of those, as it stretches its his mouth, but its unnaturally predatory teeth stick out of its mouth, so it has this unsettling look, much like Jared.
Probably not going to get used to that one. Well, let's go, buddy.
Set him on the shoulder and walk out to the group.
All right.
Well, we should probably find the Ivory Fortress. I was told to head there this morning. We're talking about last night. Additionally, part of what happened last night was I had a spell scroll that let me summon an illusory duplicate of myself. I only had one. So I can't repeat it. Conveniently.
So, what you want? You're going to go in there and just lie to him?
No.
No, I think the plan is you are going to lie to them.
Yeah.
Okay. My one problem with this was, I don't know if you noticed, but I wasn't there when it happened. So,
Yes, but I told you
Right.
what happened.
I think all you need to do is just make it look like Hogar is in one place or another. You're going to go in under the guise of, I want my money. What's the situation of the bets?
I mean, okay.
The situation is I summoned an illusory duplicate to make myself look like I got knocked out when I walked, and the real me walked under the stage to heal up.
And I guess I can show him this.
I'm going to pull out the spell scroll of silence.
This can be like, oh, we got him at the same time.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Maybe.
So,
Sweetie, in
package
addition, I don't. Those people who are not arcane influenced as yourself could have no idea the specifications of a spell scroll from one to another.
Right. Sweetie, you made, you have some illusion stuff. Like, couldn't you just make like a silent image of Hogar?
Yes, but my silent image talks.
Right, but you just need to
Well,
prove that you
Sounds like
can.
you really shot yourself in the foot there, didn't you?
But it. I mean,
I
just
tried throwing my voice.
like I said, you just need to be able to show that you created an illusion. You guys are overthinking this.
But-
I think perhaps we are falling into the fateful trap of many, many bad liars and adding way too many absurd details. Just show up, lie, ask for money, and leave.
Ask for money and run.
I like that idea because I kind of forgot how to make, silent things.
I could care less about being a knight.
Right, just like money is on the line.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
And
So
we brought the other two competitors.
immortality.
And
We'll just say
all
we got
three
the spell
competitors.
scroll, and we'll just say he was technically touching the ring the entire time when he went under it, and technically he didn't leave the ring. He just was touching it in a weird location.
If anyone left the ring with a Josh or me above it.
Exactly. Yeah, we'll be fine.
And if they don't consider me the winner, we have the other participant, and the dead participant's closest family.
I mean, I'd say you're the closest to a winner. One's dead, one's disqualified. You just kind of lost.
Didn't lose. He's just hiding under the ring. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Right, okay. Anyway, we also have
So
some
where are we going?
at
The
the
Ivory Fortress.
We also have some adamantine left unattended right now, Roku.
Hey, you guys still have to go buy, not buy, but, craft my stuff, right?
Yeah, right. We're gonna do that, right, Roku? I'm gonna like look at Roku and see what's he feeling.
Is that the plan?
I suppose. If he asks nicely.
Cool.
Well, let's find this ivory
Pretty
fortress.
please.
With the pretty please and the clasped hands together, I'm giving him an inspiration as, please.
Remember, sweetie, if you didn't want to read those last night, we wouldn't be in this situation.
I don't think
Well-
you can hold Sweetie at fault for not
That was an out
preparing
of
for an
that was
outcome
an
that
out
we
of
could not
character
foresee.
thing.
Well, yeah, but the plan, we thought Josh was going to be a lot stronger, so it's just going to be you not being touched and then giving it to Roku for a higher AC. That was like the entire plan.
And then you
Right.
guys bird.
And then I did over 100 damage to him.
Yeah, there's a little change of plans, and it was unexpected. But anyway, pass
yeah,
the pass.
All
All right,
Doesn't
chop
matter.
chop. Ivory Fortress. Forge.
Yes.
Hey,
Nick.
I've learned from my favorite director that subverting expectations randomly with absolutely no payoff is exactly the way to make a good movie, especially if it's Star Wars.
Yes.
Yep, that warranted it.
Well, let's ask someone for directions to the ivory fortress.
Right. I'm not saying that they'll do this, but in case they get handsy with you guys, I think you should take Nikolai as like sort of a
Everyone's coming.
image. I thought Roku and I were gonna go forge stuff.
Forge
And I
room.
would,
I
Right.
mean,
why wouldn't Nikolai be coming anyways?
I don't think Roku should really go because he kind of murdered someone.
It
Gronk,
doesn't
he
look
should
very
go.
good.
I do
Especially
think
if-
Gronk should come because
I mean,
he put money down.
they are under the impression that I am sure that you two are associated. But looks like you two are in cahoots. One of you sort of maybe cheated. The other one killed somebody. It makes the whole thing look suspicious if you show up together to collect your winnings. So maybe don't do that.
Good point.
But I do think Gronk should come.
We
All right.
That
need
said,
to spend money.
we've spent a lot of time not together as a group lately, and it's made me nervous enough as is. So I think the more together we stay, the better.
All right, sounds good. All right, Ivory Fortress.
All right. Let's find someone and ask for directions.
Dungeon
so
Master.
I,
Is there a large fortress that maybe looks like it's made of ivory that we can see?
Roku. Growing up in Trusk, you know that on the outskirts of the city, just a bit farther east from the Temple of Cord, there is the Truscan equivalent of the White House and the Congress building smushed together with a castle.
The White House is
So,
this
why
way.
doesn't America do it that way?
yeah, castle all the way, bro.
All right. As you guys step out of your boat for the day, you walk downward past the dock area and more in towards the Crimson Clover, and from there you have met your first landmark to where you turn left, walk forward once more, and as the buildings start to show up more and more and more, you eventually start walking down the street to a city. Truscan buildings on either side of you. You all pass the Cross Hands Guild House where they forge all of the armor, or where they forged Gronk's armor more accurately. You continue walking throughout the entire city, and give me 1 second. I had stuff written down right now, but I can't get to it fast enough. You walk on the rough gravel streets throughout the entirety of the inner city, and just as the limits are met, as you pass Cord's Temple, You see a pristine white building up on the hill. Presumably, this is the Ivory Fortress. As the gravel turns to concrete, as nicely paved streets and sidewalks now lie before you. As you get a closer view, you believe the intent of this architecture was to both be a capitol building and a bunker ready for warfare. 4 circular sections look almost as castle watchtowers, but are designed in a way to look diplomatic and architectural. The rectangle center is raised several stories high with a balcony on top, providing a lovely view of the coast, as well as a vantage point to fire at enemies below. Each floor gets smaller, like an expensive layered cake. Each floor descends in the middle, or in size, decreases in size in the middle. But the only thing that remains on each layer is shining ivory pillars as a structural design and just both structural integrity wise and a design choice, a nice touch. As this thing gleams before you, I'm assuming you walk towards it.
Yes.
You eventually walk
How
up.
many elephants do you think had to die to build this building? Thinking at least 6.
Right, I
depends
don't
on the
know where
elephant.
that's coming from, but all right then.
Well, if it's made of ivory, that's ivory.
How many
Doesn't
would we
elephant.
know? Would we know if other creatures other than elephants produce ivory?
If you would like to make a specific check, you can, but it is presumed that due to D&D, roll a nature check.
All right.
Due to the nature of D&D, there are quite a few extra creatures that aren't on our resident plane of existence.
That's going to be a 15.
The reasons woolly mammoths are extinct on Convy is because Trusk decided they need a new government building.
Yes, woolly mammoths are a thing, as well as you're not sure if elephants can regenerate their tusks. You think that due to magic, there should be a way that would make building this thing a lot easier. Hopefully.
Some poor loxodons have been rounded up and had their tusks.
See, Trusk's biggest
cast it
secret
in
is
large?
the great Loxodon massacre.
Mm-hmm. Their
You cast enlarge on
ivory
the
trafficking
loxodon
ring.
and then cut off the tusk. So then the tusk is still big when the loxodon shrinks. I don't know. It probably also shrank the tusk.
When the spell wore off.
Well, let's stop talking about schematics and let's enter the building.
You walk up a nice, pristine, white set of staircases, all leading towards the center entrance, of course, encased by those large ivory pillars. And as you walk by, there's a female orc with a modest and dressy blue dress, and her hair is tucked in a tight bun on top, and she gestures at the building, talking to a group of about 25 children in front of the fortress, all of which mostly chubby and green. She says, "This was the first thing built when Trusk first became its own independent country. All the future politicians from all around the land came to meet here and discuss future for people like you. In fact, that's why you're here. Last year, they put this entire school together. That group of people is called the Monstrous Assembly, led by, well, do you know who it's led by?" And the whole crowd of predominantly green tiny bodies yell back with hands raised, "Lord King Ulysses Tabitha Venison Bloodclaw the Third! That's right, class!" As you continue to walk past, Roku, Gronk, Hogar, you all did not have schools when you were younger. You guys don't really have a formal education. So this is definitely a
Y'all
new
are
addition.
dumb.
Yeah,
Right, I'll hit you with my
intelligence.
warhammer.
I have hammer.
I have
Entering
14 intelligence.
Entering one of the gold-covered double-door entrances, you're stopped as you enter in the room. You see this luxurious this opening area, this lobby is what I'm trying to get at. Lobby area with incredible paintings, some characters in which you recognize, such as Lord King Ulysses. And also on the wall, Roku, you notice that Dench Fellhammer is standing by an assorted other group of other guild house members, as well as like this furbolg, a big person with these like cow ears and they're really hairy, and this blind purple dwarf man. Trusk is a big place, and you have not met everyone of importance quite yet. But as you enter in the room, there's about 4 of these little stations that are set up, and as you walk in, there's about a waist-high wooden desk where a Goliath man wearing this horrible beige-colored hide armor stops you. Yes, Nikolai?
As we're wandering through this building with these depictions of, I'm assuming, significant Truscan individuals, do I notice Hogarth's father represented anywhere here?
Roll a perception check.
It is a dirty 20.
So you look around this lobby area. You, being, of course, not a racist, know the intricate differences between orcs and half-orcs and the depictions between them. While a normal person may say they look mostly the same, you can tell the intricate differences. And the way you can see from around the room, you don't notice a depiction of any orc that you previously have met. Besides, of course, the Lord King, stuff like. But no, Thrag Hardhead is not depicted on these walls. But if he is, you will be given. You will continuously look around as each room you enter. So I will let you know if he eventually does show up, because he took the time to look for it. But as you enter this room, this sort of mandatory security area, there's a Goliath man staring at you. He's just a bald head, a thick black mustache, and this horrible beige hide armor. And all right, sorry to bother you folks, but I'm afraid you must have to turn in all your weapons before you enter.
Shit, he's Canadian.
Roll off my back, as well as my 2 quivers, short sword, and silver scimitar.
Oh, there, bud, you got quite the hefty. Oh boy, he looks at Roku and immediately is like stifled back. Oh, those appendages look pretty spooky. I don't know if you can take those in with you. Can you take them off, or?
They don't come off.
Could you wait at the back for a second? All right, everybody, come on, get your weapons over here, please.
I'm up. Roy, be careful with it, and I'm gonna give him my warhammer.
Oh, it's a nice weight. Everything he puts under this like sort of wood divider between you and him, presumably being tagged and ready for your retrieval afterwards.
Here, I left my hatchet on the boat.
Do you turn in your bow? I never heard you say that.
I did turn my bow.
Okay.
I got my bow, my quivers, because I have 2, and then my short sword and silver scimitar.
I will place my pouch of darts and put that down on the table.
I place down my 2 brass knuckles and my little ritualistic dagger.
Nikolai, are you wearing your regular quarterstaff or your skull staff?
I've got my primordial inscribed bow staff, and I'm not wearing it. I'm like holding it.
But do you have the skull one as well, or is that on the boat?
I do not have that with me.
Okay. Because you believe that one could be perceived as like a walking stick, while the other is pretty noticeable.
Yeah, very clearly.
And right with you. Do you mind if I call my boss there for a second? Shouldn't take more than a moment. He's looking at Roku, and he pulls out this little rock from underneath, and he hi there, boss. There's some people here to see you, and one of them's got this hand there, and one of them's blue, very little one. You know him? Well, all right then. He puts the rock under. Righty ho ho. You guys are all welcome. Just take that lift over there, and come back on soon, and you can get your weapons back on the way out. So,
Who
Yep.
here is blue?
what?
You. Or you're
Not
gray.
blue. I'm gray.
Anyone?
All orcs are colorblind.
He's like a lion.
Have a good time. He strokes his mustache once more on the way. And he seems to like stop people behind you like, oh, sorry there, boss. Can I check your weapons in for you? As you start to walk away. And he points you to an elevator towards the back right side of the room. I'm presuming, do you enter or?
Yeah.
Ours has a lot of elevators for like a medieval fantasy city.
There's magic.
As you go over, you see this, there's a grand staircase that goes up to the middle of this room and parts on either side to give way to new rooms upstairs. But you are taking a subversion to the back right door, and you enter this small lift. The exact same sort of style and like vibe of Sid's when you like descended into his secret lair, except this time there's a down arrow and an up arrow on the wall.
I think he's up. Should we go up, guys?
Can you like see? Is it like an elevator shaft, or is it just kind of like if we look up versus down, can we see like?
It has a top and a bottom connected to it. The walls are left exposed except for the corners holding the plates together.
Oh, cool. Could you look around the building and see if you could tell where we are going?
Is there a directory?
Not from inside the Roku. You look up and you see a wide expanse upward, leading up very, very high in the building. And you look down and you see about a floor downwards into like some basement with a lot of stuff. Seems to be storage or something.
So up would be the better guess.
All right then, and I'm gonna get in the elevator.
I can get in.
Going up. Boop.
It starts to raise you up very, very slowly. Once again, very much similar to Sid's, very much similar to the discarded one you found in the Orcus temple. Yeah, you go up. It's very, very slow. Do you do anything on the way up? As you go up, the walls are exposed. So like this wood paneling is just like continuously scrolling by on the sides.
So, did everyone like their shark today?
It was all right, I guess, Hogar. I mean,
It is a few days old.
there's only so much shark one person can eat. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like eating. I like eating a lot. Speaking of eating, Hogar, you don't happen to have any snacks on you, do you?
Yes,
I
I would like to partake in some of the Holgar famous cheese if it is available.
Jeez.
Right. Sweetie, you want some cheese? And I'm gonna like reach some down to his level.
Sure.
Just a tiny little cube.
Would
Sometimes I
it
forget
like,
that Sweetie like goes up to our shins, and that's literally it.
I'm gonna
Sweetie,
wave some cheese at Roku. Cheese,
Sweetie, as you're
Roku.
handed this cheese, your pet looks to you and like all its eye stalks like turn and focus in on this cheese.
Holgar, or anyone, I guess.
And it opens
You have
its
any-
mouth, those horrible teeth like sticking outwards, and you all look over and like jump for a second, seeing the face of this vicious monster that really just wants some cheese.
I flick some cheese at Sweetie.
Thank you.
I kind of hold it in the palm of my hand, right from my shoulder.
You be very careful to keep the palms flat so they don't bite your hand off. And he And he turns to you, sweetie, and in a perfect mock of Roku's voice says, "Yes, father, I'll kill them all." And smiles.
Right.
Ding! You reach the top floor, and as you look around an office, you see that it is a small ovular office, and it's a moderately sized circular room, but you see the Lord King himself behind a shiny ivory desk in a nice leather chair, and before anything can be said, he says, "The killing rule was specifically put in place as a precaution. What you did was murder. What the hell, man?" I'm getting ahead of myself.
I'm
Come on
like-
in. Come in.
Okay, right. Okay. Well, that was
All
awkward.
right.
Out of the
I'm
map.
here.
We can like go if you want to like sort this. Like we can come back later if like that's like.
You want to one
I
on one
think,
with
if
him?
nothing else, for the benefit and safety of the Lord King, it's best if we stay here.
Okay, that's fair enough. And I'm gonna step out of the elevator.
All right, so you want your prize, is that it?
Yes. Since Roku was disqualified and the other member was dead, Hogar here, he used some magic and decided to duck under the ring and technically did not leave the ring.
Hogar,
So
at what
we
point
think
did
that
you
he should be
use
the
such
winner.
magic?
What was that?
At what point did Hogar use such magic?
When he was flying through the air, he used a spell scroll.
And I'm gonna like pull out the one of silence.
One similar to this.
Roll deception check.
You're a
That's going
bard.
to
It's supposed to
be-
be your bread and butter.
Yeah, I got 17, but that's plus 10, so 27.
All right, there you go. There you go.
Well, I guess I didn't notice.
Well, that was the point of a sneaky recovery. I got a little hurt during Joshua's targeting of me after I shot him a few times. So I had to recover myself a little bit,
Well,
which is something.
I hope you don't mind. I'll have to check the replay of the match.
And when he decided to duck under the ring, the spell scroll he used was actually, I forget the actual name that was written in bold at the top, but basically it created an illusion of him, which made it look like he fell out and was like disqualified. But in reality,
When I look at this replay, I will see him using a spell scroll mid-flight.
you should. When we saw it,
Well, Sweetie and I were not exactly here. This is the second hand accountable, friend.
I've seen him move and read really fast. So
I had
it
the
might
spell scroll
be hard to pick up.
specially designed to be harder to find.
Last time he used a
Meaning?
scroll, it was just kind of like open, close, and it was like gone, and it was super fast.
Look, I'm not doubting you. I guess I just didn't notice, but if you're claiming this, we'll have to make an official review, and I'm just asking if that's really what you want to get into right now.
Well,
Because I'll do it. I'll call the reviewer, but
if we didn't have a review, what would happen with the winnings?
nothing.
I mean, the money would cease to exist. What happens with the winnings?
It would be continued into the Truscan economy, specifically the Crimson Clover, keeping it nice and up and running. You understand the risk of these sort of events when you get into it, I'm sure.
What about that stone that was promised?
Is that what this is all
That
about?
wasn't really.
No,
stone?
No, that Sweetie and I lost some money. I mean,
You didn't lose that much.
That's another thing. Since Hogar is technically the closest thing to a winner, the betting system, we lost money, and I don't know if we could get refunded, or since he did technically win, or was the closest to winning. If you don't believe us, since he is
I believe you.
winner, I
But
think we should maybe get
the
our.
thing is, I don't control the funds. If I were to seize the funds, well, I'd have to get other officials involved.
So who would we have to go talk to for that?
Oh no, I keep him on standby here in case we needed him.
Oh, well, perfect.
The money doesn't matter to me extremely much, but the stone caught my eye.
I'm afraid I cannot give you the stone if you didn't win.
And this is the same one that we already captured for you, and cured your plague, right?
Yes. We're very appreciative of that. But you didn't ask for the stone, nor was it promised to you, so there's no reason you should get it.
yeah.
In fact, I think, and he just holds it up like he had it on him. He was like, and he kicks his feet back and puts them up on his desk. I think I'm gonna make a nice ring out of it or something, or necklace.
That could be cool. I mean, I didn't see you as more of a necklace type, maybe for your wife or something.
Oh, probably not, since I don't have one.
Oh, well, significant other.
No, I'm too much of an eligible bachelor to be tied down at this point in my life. So, listen, I can get Potiphar in here if you want to debate the official review, but I'll have you know he's not a fan of liars.
Well, there's no lying here, so
So you want me to call him?
be my guest.
I can call him
Actually,
all the way in
sweetie, we
here.
are-
He would get
We are his guests in his house.
Well, you understand what I mean.
You want me to
And
call? I'm
as
just
such,
I'm saying, I'm
I
just
think we should keep in mind being as polite and open with this man as possible.
True, we have spent a great deal of time here, and it's not like it's a terrible loss that we won't ever recover from, and Trusk has been very kind to us.
listen. In fact, I thought I should elaborate that on some more. Personally, I enjoyed the hell out of that fight. It was when you picked his head up by his hair, and you showed it all. My God, it was horrific, and it was beautiful. All right, and it was actually the most profitable night in Trusk on record ever. So take that with with what you will. I thought it was awesome, but personally, if they see me giving out prizes to people who don't deserve it, or they perceive they don't deserve it, if you can't prove you won, then they'll be all up in arms. You know how these people are.
Pretty girl, you care entirely much about the money, because I could go with or without it.
No, the money is a part of the winnings. I think that's a very important part.
Mr. Lord King, Ulysses, do you mind if our assembly here has a few words in private?
I mean, I say, he pulls out a desk drawer, slams a bottle down. I say, why don't we just have a couple words together? We can talk this out. I forgot I didn't even offer any of you drinks. And he pulls out a set of 4 glasses he puts down on it. I have some. Wait, I haven't done dishes in a while. Those are the only ones I have. Are you guys okay with sharing a glass? He
So
pours up
about
all
the
4
word in private among our assembly here.
Oh, no need to talk in private. I'm like one of you guys.
I disagree strongly.
Come have a drink with me.
I'll take one.
Mental communication.
Nikolai, what is it?
I'm about to come clean because you're going to get us in way more trouble than we need to be.
Mental. But by doing what?
I'm going to tell him that Hogar lost fair and square.
So do we try and convince him that even though Roku's disqualified, that he's the winner?
No, he already made it clear he is not giving the stone to anybody. I frankly don't think any of our lives or being in bad taste with trust is worth 1,000 gold pieces on your part. So I'm going to come clean because we no longer have anything substantial to gain.
There you go,
I think we
Roku.
can.
Here, I filled this one up the most because you're the champ. So, what was it that lured you into this competition in the first place? Was it the glory? Was it the stone?
He claimed to be the true son of Cord. He lied.
Right. I was actually just thinking about that because he mentioned you when we put this whole thing together. He wanted you to fight him, but I said that we couldn't do that, just all willy-nilly in the streets. So he had me convinced me to put this little competition. And anyways, I just thought it was weird you two were so intertwined with one another.
Same father.
Right, I remember Tobak.
Tobak.
They called him the Hammer. Good guy. We used to spar on occasion. Come on, what are you guys doing? Come sit down. There's a single chair in front of his desk.
With all due respect, Lord King, we came here on business.
I'll take a seat.
If this isn't how you do business, then you're certainly not from Trusk.
No, I'm certainly not.
Right. So, I think there's also some business that we have to attend to elsewhere. We don't want to trouble you any further. It's okay. Don't worry about the review. I think we're gonna go.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. I was actually just discussing the there's a man interested in purchasing this. I was thinking about going to auction, so I got to get back to those calls anyways.
Right.
May I ask who that is?
Yeah.
Independent seller from somewhere. I don't know. He was going to what's the word when you look at it and you judge how much it's worth?
Appraise.
Appraise
That's
it.
the one. He's gonna appraise it for me, and then I was gonna sell it to him at an auction.
Right. So, is
Mr.
this-
Lord King. I'm sorry for cutting you off. But can I be honest with you?
Were you not being honest with me before?
Not even
I
a
was. I'm just saying, like, the main reason we had our eyes on this rock is because there is a crime lord, if you will, a mob boss, he very much wants this rock. And
Three letter name.
if he gets this rock,
He's
he could
purple.
do some very bad things. So we came here trying to get this rock so we could stop him. He has two of our best friends held captive, and he's torturing them at the moment.
I said, what does the rock do?
He said, well, what was it he said?
Untold magical power.
Unlimited power, something along those lines. Crazy, evil, bad guys. But we're just trying to make sure that this.
He did not go into any detail about why he wanted the rock, other than that he wanted it.
Interesting. He slides open a desk drawer. So if you all aren't discussing business anymore, I think you should leave.
I think we're going to check the recording and make sure Hogar won so we could take it off of your hands so we could keep it away from Sid.
Right, we just established that we got other things to do, and that sounds like it'll take a while. So, chop, sweetie, and I'm gonna try and nudge sweetie closer towards the elevator, but gently.
I would like to not be nudged.
Come on, sweetie, it's time to go.
You want me to? Well, we weren't aware of the stone's properties until now, honestly. But if we
As,
can,
as the competitor is calling in the question, I am fine with proceedings as currently are, and we do not need to review the tape.
well, if you could just state that you lost, then
So I wasn't being entirely truthful with you. Before the fight, I overheard Joshua talking about going in for the kill against Roku, if you will. And I
okay.
was worried about my friend's safety, so after I got knocked out, I snuck under the ring, and if it had to come to it, I was going to jump out to try and save my friend.
So you all lied. Interesting.
No, I lied. I
I'll be
lied to my
seeing you out
friend,
of my office now, please. Thanks for the information on the stone.
and I apologize.
I don't care. Please leave. And Roku, he snatches the glass out of your hand and he goes, "That means you two."
I'll stand up abruptly.
I walk into the elevator silently.
Right.
You all walk into the elevator and you see the down button.
Boop.
As you start to fade from view, you get a little glimpse of as you start to descend, your glimpse of King Ulysses gets smaller and smaller, but at the very last moment, he opens that desk drawer again and pulls out the stone one more time to look at as he finally fades from view and you enter downward into this elevator shaft.
Right. I don't think I need to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. That went really, really poorly.
Yeah.
Let's try to avoid doing things like this again in the future.
Well, on the bright side, he's aware Sid wants it, so he's going to put it under maximum protection.
Actually, I feel we might have made the situation worse. Because he's planning on selling it, and now he knows that he can sell it for more. Wealth and power corrupt even the goodest of people.
Yeah. The goodest of people. That's who's sitting upstairs. Please, wipe the trusting crud from your eyes. He flat out said he enjoyed watching that man's body paraded around in front of the crowd.
So he's maybe a little barbaric, but he's done a lot of good. Anyway.
The awkward silence prevails as the elevator is still being brought downward.
Don't want it. Roku, are we okay to go to the forge?
Yeah.
Need to blow off some steam. When the elevator doors open, Kronk's gonna walk out and not gonna say a word.
I'd also walk out without saying word.
Oh, hi there, fellas. I hope everything went okay in there. I got everything you want here. Here's your several weapons back. It's quite a lot of quivers you got.
Yes, need them for ours.
There's a scary dagger. Here's a bag of darts. Anyways, hope you fellas have a good time and thank you for visiting.
Thanks. I'm gonna pick up my warhammer and continue on.
As you step outside, the group of children and the teacher has now been scattered, and the day progresses onwards of the citizens of Trusk. You take as you step out, you take a look backwards, and you see up to a very, very high point in which you presumed the Lord King's office was at. And you look with a sort of regret as to the poorness of the situation.
Wait, did you say there's a window up where the office is?
Yep.
I'm gonna kind of look at it sitting on my shoulder.
Yes, because that's the most inconspicuous creature in the world.
Hey, do you think you could hover up there and look at something? Or let's see if what he's doing.
Bad guy.
Maybe.
He sort of like furrows his one brow and it slowly stares at you as it altitude starts to gain.
Oh no! Oh
You see
no!
that thing better not shoot the Lord King.
I don't think he's going to shoot him.
You don't? Are you that stupid?
Why would he shoot him?
Hey, I'm just as disgruntled about the entire situation as everybody. That'll make the tensions a bit.
Son of a bitch.
Not to mention, I'm curious and I want to see where this is going. Sweetie, do whatever it is you're going to do.
You guys stare as there is now a singular black dot against the white pristineness that is this building.
And as I'm kind of just looking up there, staring at it, my body is going to go limp, as now my senses are being perceived through this little one eye.
Your eyes open, and it is as if you're looking at like a screen of with a several monitor display. Each individual eye is in your vision, as well as that central one. You're seeing your body on the ground, as well as the ocean off to the side and the center of the building all at once. And it is something your brain has never processed before, and it is horrifying. It is very hard to conceive, but you function as your pet slowly starts to rise above the windowsill, and before it does, it puts one individual eye stalk and it just rests it on the windowsill. And you see,
So while he's passed out like this, is somebody else going to draw a mustache on him, or am I?
I'm
Yes.
down. What do you got to draw with?
I sort of figured you guys have backpacks full of weird stuff. Just making on the
I got
Cool paint,
some flour.
You have water to mix it with and make like a putty.
I caught my wasp skin.
as the devious craft begins. Sweetie, you see the king finish off the fourth glass of alcohol all on his own as he's talking into one of those stones you saw earlier and purveying this item. I need you to roll a perception check for me to see if you can hear anything in there.
Okay. Do I take the
Gazer
gazer
stats. Yep.
Okay.
Haha, gazer.
Gazer.
Okay, that is going to be a. Fuck. I rolled a 10, and I think it's like plus something small. Oh shit! Never mind. It's plus 9.
Well,
No.
he does have several eyeballs.
Oh, okay. Give me a second.
How complex is
Never
this
mind.
stat
Plus
block?
4. Okay. 14.
14?
Yeah.
You hear you sort of like press your face ball up against the window and try to hear anything as well. And you can hear him talk, and he goes, sort of, but the words you can make out are 50,000? No, not to him. Well, they were trying to. Sid. 100,000? And I need you to roll a stealth check.
That's not 20.
100,000? He perks up in his chair, looks over at the window, and your little thing just, and he walks over to it, like cautiously, and opens it and looks out the window. And like Willem Dafoe in Spider-Man, your little ball of tendrils sticks underneath the windowsill perfectly, looking directly at the ground. Finally, the window shuts, and he walks back over. And he starts mumbling into this once more. You continue to look.
I think I've heard enough, so start coming back down. And as it gets like halfway down the building, Sweetie is going to wake up.
All right, what did you guys do with the putty substance?
Drew a mustache and a beard on him.
Like giant handlebar mustache and a little pointy triangle goatee.
Mm-hmm. It's like smushed to your face like Play-Doh. And you, and you get up from the ground, refreshed.
Like, get up, but like
you now see out of 2 eyes, which is weird because you were just seeing
like
out of
just
5.
kind of like sit
your brain's
there
like,
and just be like, what the hell?
It's like going from like 4K HD to like 180.
I'm going to rub my eyes and get a bunch of putty on my hands.
Really?
I was hoping it would last longer.
Right. I don't think he can prove it was us. And I'm going to run away.
I'm going to run after him.
I'm gonna have to him too.
Well,
you guys all just start like sprinting down the streets like the weird kids in school, and you're like, yeah.
Wait, Roku stayed, right?
Yeah, Roku and Sweetie are now standing on the steps.
Okay. Well, now that I actually have information,
It is going to finally place itself on my shoulder.
So apparently I have a nice little connection with this guy here. I saw through his eyes, I think. I don't know. I just kind of thought hard and I did it. But anyway, I think the Lord King is going to sell the stone to someone that's with Sid for, I think, $100,000.
He's selling it to Sid.
I couldn't pick it up exactly, but he said 50,000, 100,000. Sid, yeah, well, they were talking about her, and so I'm not 100% sure, but I think there's some relation between the buyer and Sid.
Well, we can't let that happen.
Exactly. So it makes it really convenient that everyone else ran away.
Then we'll look down the street.
Well, where are you guys
as they're
running
all
to?
sprinting.
I'm headed to the
I
forge.
ran about 10 feet and then gave up on the bit and turned around, as Nathaniel does very frequently.
Mm-hmm.
Look to earlier in this recording after I left after a bad Star Wars reference, for examples.
I ran 15 feet and then decided to turn around.
You guys all return just conveniently right after Sweetie is done explaining that, except for Gronk, who thought he was ahead the whole time, so he never looked back, dead sprinted to the forge. And he's like, I beat you, turns around, and it is just a barren street. And you're like, oh.
I'm faster than I thought I was.
That's
happened,
honestly what Gronk's thinking. I'm so fast.
Why is your name Gronks?
Gronks, plural. There's more of us.
Gronks, plural.
Army of Gronk. Army of
So,
Gronk.
sweetie, what did you learn?
I think the Lord King is going to sell the stone. Well, wait,
And after I say that, like out loud to Nikolai, who's 10 feet away, I'm going to kind of walk up, so it's a lot like
I walk
so
up
it can
to
be a
hear
little
this
quieter.
too.
So, anyway, I think I looked through it here. I don't know. I think I have like a connection with him now. It's weird.
Details not important. What did you learn?
It was he's selling the stone for 100 grand, and I think it's to someone in relation to Sid because he was talking about how we were trying to stop him when they mentioned Sid. So I think the person he's selling it to has some relation to Sid, and if that's the case, we can't let this transaction happen.
We could go kill Sid before it happens.
This is a good point. If Sid is dead, he can't buy shit.
Teleport in there, a few arrows to the head, and he'd be dead.
Well, yeah, but also we don't know. A, we don't know if Enigma and Cooper are still alive. B, we don't know where he's holding them.
But our friend does.
C, there's more than just him. Like there was a lot of people in there. And D, there's only 5 of us.
But if we kill him and then make it so they can't revive him, then why do they care?
What?
They are mercenaries and thugs we're dealing with. Once Sid is gone, they have no paycheck and very little to fight for.
But what if it's the same scenario as 70 and, well, is it Scarecrow? What if it's that relationship where they started this entire thing together? And
Well,
they've
in
been
that
best
case,
friends
we'll
ever
handle
since.
We will handle it just as we did them. Keep them off the side of a ship, never to be seen again.
Okay, then how are we gonna jump Sid? Because I don't think we can just walk in guns blazing or spells
Roku,
flinging.
I believe you can take people over vast distances very quickly with very, very tight precision, yes?
Right.
Here you go. We have the drop.
So just us 5. What? Teleport into that underground bar?
Yes.
Probably kill us all?
We'll admit, I don't like fighting in the basements. However, to do what we have to do.
Is there anyone else we could bring with us?
Oh,
We could perhaps Sork. Also, just before we carry on much longer, Roku, will you do a quick check to see if there are any mysterious floating orbs above our heads?
You dislodge the eyeball. Nope, all good.
So, anyway, we have Sork. He knows things. We know he's trustworthy because Holgar interrogated him with morally questionable magic. I mean, he said he has a secret way for us to get into the bar, at least a way into the bar we could get in unnoticed. Well, if Roku does not want to potentially harm himself.
we won't want to teleport him into the basement if that's where we're going.
Also, actually, we also have facts that hopefully we can see through things. So if we go through this secret entrance that Sork can bring us to, then we'll be able to survey precisely what we are walking into. About as good a preparation as you can get.
Mm.
Oh no, I just wish we had a little bit more firepower. Like, trust me, I think you guys are. I mean,
You have a
some of you are strong
specific-
as hell.
Do you have something specific in mind? The actual acquisition of firepower that you know you can ascertain before we attack Sid? Because if you do, I am more than willing. But if you just have the general plan of we need bigger guns,
Well,
Oh,
I'm aware that someone had a little conversation with some people, and
lots of other people. You need to be a little more specific.
the Rising Sun. There are
Not
4 of
dealing
them.
with that.
ugh,
All of us could get in together
I'm
ugh.
not dealing with
in
that.
one go. It'd be perfect.
The marauders and murderers. I'm not dealing with
No.
It's either we at least talk to them and see what's going to happen, because what's the worst that they'll do? Say no?
I'm saying no.
So you're saying no to the chance of us. You're saying you'd rather take death over life for
I'm saying I'd rather
practically
not
all
deal.
of us.
I'm saying I would rather not deal with those sorts of people. If your own lives you're worried about, then don't attack Sid. It's your choice to make.
I want more people because my girlfriend's on the line, and I want to have the best chance of getting in there with success as possible.
Understand?
So yes, I vote that we go talk to the Rising Sun people.
I vote we don't. Congratulations. We have exchanged information that both of us already had. You have a better plan.
Gronk, you can talk
is
to
not
You got
people
the forge.
far away like that.
Is not here.
He
Gronk
is
is
in
in
the
the
forge.
Fuck.
You should come to me.
I have a request for Gronk.
Well, you can tell him when we get to the forge.
I'm going to start marching off to the forge, having no idea where it is.
Roku, could you take us to the forge, please? I also do not know where it is.
I'll walk to the forge.
I know where my brother went.
Gronk, is there anything you would like to get started on before they show up?
Yes. We're gonna start building some half plate for my boy Sweet Stuff, Sweetie. So I'm gonna start working on that. I'm gonna cast heat metal at 2nd level. On the block. Yeah. Ciao. Yeah. Hold on, I gotta grab some stuff. All right. I'm ready for this, but I'm not. Oh, Eric's gonna go pee.
You know, pop some pills. I mean, that totally legal way recording. Jeez, I'm having a surgery tomorrow.
Oh yeah, Jared is gonna die tomorrow. We'll never see Jared again. Ever. He's dead.
Done. I popped my pills. In a totally legal way.
Wait, we're all popping pills.
I don't even mind because I'm just sad sometimes. I also don't
Wait,
take
Jared,
my
did you say
amount
you
of
take yours
food.
because you're sad sometimes?
I don't take mine. That was a jab against you and your antidepressants.
That's
Got
not
him.
Yeah, I was like, why are you jabbing Abe's antidepressants?
Yeah, I felt bad after I said it.
All right. Roll a wisdom check for me for that heating of the metal. Gerald,
Oh shit! Yep.
dude, just
Totally
stared
blanked
into my
on you.
soul.
Oh, well, this is gonna end poorly. Wait, no, it's not. I have a luck point. That's significantly better. All right. I'm so glad I took the lucky feat. Like,
You
It
needed it
rarely
so
ever
bad.
fucking helps you, anyways, man.
yeah,
It's like
but-
garbage. Okay, roll with advantage. Double garbage.
yeah, dirty 20.
All right. You sort of use your left hand to like cascade these flames up around the metal, and your right hand to hold the smithing hammer in tow. I need you to make a smithing tools check.
Okay. That's a 18. That's an 18.
All right. As you start to heat this metal into like malleable strips of protection, and you start to bend it into the shape of a roughly halfling-sized torso. The rest of you show up as Gronk is busy hammering away on the middle of this breastplate.
Wonderful, sweetie, you're here. Come here.
Why?
Just come here.
Waddle on over.
Oh, I'm hammering away. I'm gonna like start to check Sweetie out, not in like a sexual way, as in a what are his measurements kind of way.
Mm-hmm. You sort of like feel the bulkiness, compare it to your own. And, you know, you take the edge of this cuirass on the anvil and you hit it so it bends just in the right proper places. But yeah, you do that for a while. It will take some time. So do the rest of you have anything you'd like to do?
I'll help Gronk any way I can.
All right, you roll a smithing tool check as well as you walk in the middle of his process.
A 13.
You show up and you just start to like stand there for a while, you know, like you get your hammer and you're like trying to help out and you're like, oh, I should do, and then but when you offer suggestions, Gronk's already doing it and you're like, oh, okay. So your whole experience amounts to just like handing Gronk the right tools at the right time. But yeah, that's the process for about another hour.
Watching in the corner silently.
I can work and talk at the same time. Smack my thumb. But like seriously though, y'all took a long time to get here. Did I miss anything important?
I personally want you to contact the Rising Sun so we can bring them with us into Waterfront. So we actually have a chance of winning because I would really like my girlfriend back and all of us to be alive. Some people don't think that's a really good idea.
Right,
But-
because there's a good chance
I
the
am some
rising.
people.
Yeah, and I'm sure he probably mentioned that they're murderers and probably can't be trusted, right?
I mean, where are we going? Everyone where we're going, everyone there will be trying to kill us.
Yes, but we know they're trying to kill us. They're not going in under the possible facade that they're on our side. We know to watch out for them. Rather not. I have plenty of swords in my face. I don't need one at my back as well.
Well, if we just ask them,
And if they say yes and then betray us,
well, then that's a problem for a different time.
Right. I don't think we need them. I mean, like,
realize how.
we don't. I think we're pretty adequate. I think we're adequately equipped, and also
To fight an entire town.
who said anything about fighting an entire town? Oh,
Like,
was the plan? Were you
between-
guys?
1 and 15 men, and then get out.
Yeah,
Well,
Sid and anybody we have to take care of on the way out. That is it.
yeah. Like I didn't think the plan was show up in a boat, beat our shields, and say, "Come and get us." Rawr.
well, I don't
Yeah,
know
that
if you
would be
remember
pretty
last
cool.
time, but on our way out, all those poor sons of bitches were out there trying to stop us.
Right, they're poor.
I don't know if
and-
you remember last time, but we didn't even have to engage them, and we made short work. We
Okay,
got out just fine.
well, what if they don't realize? What if they're more equipped to fight us now this time, and they don't care about money because what they're already getting paid a lot more?
I'm gonna look at Sweetie, like the look, like the
And I shoot them.
Hey, I'm trying to prepare to go up against an entire town. If that's, I don't want to, but if it comes to that, we might have to fight an entire town.
right
So more firepower is better.
stealth. Can you do that? Can you just?
Drunk, can you do that?
I can do
Oh.
stealth.
Bulgar, I
think
believe you
half of
can
you
sort
guys
of do
can.
that for all of us.
Yeah.
Like, we just need to get in, kill Sid, and get out. We don't
already had a
really
way
need
in.
to.
We have
conf-
2 ways in. We get to pick our way in.
Well, we have to go in, kill Sid, look around a bit, try and find Enigma and Cooper, and then we have to get out with 2 people that are probably beaten all hell.
So we use sort passageway to get in, or who teleports us out.
And I shoot them.
Bulgar shoots people apparently.
So if we teleport in,
No,
how are we
we don't
gonna get
teleport in. I said we don't teleport. Did you? I just laid out the plan.
I didn't hear half of that plan. I did not hear anything about teleporting, about not teleporting.
We use Sork, his passageway, to get in.
Okay.
Kill Sid, rescue Cooper and Enigma, and teleport out.
Okay. But where, please explain to me, where's Cooper and Enigma?
In
Does
the
this
casino
guy
somewhere.
even know?
In the casino
Where-
somewhere.
Yes.
You're
He
going
knows.
off of the words of this guy who worked for him. This guy
We
probably
literally cast a
still
spell on so he physically could not lie.
Right, and also as far as finding them, as long as you can get me in with Celestial's guidance, I'm pretty confident that I can locate at least one, if not both of them.
Then you can locate a creature.
Plan. Honestly, this plan is getting better by the minute. We definitely do not need the Rising Sun.
Like I can.
I
find
have
them.
little to no faith in any of this.
Right. Well,
Then stay behind. It's not our problem.
we will save our friends, and you can doubt us, but we'll do it. Confidence, people. That's what it's about. It's about confidence. And I'm gonna like fist bump Sweetie's shoulder.
No. It's about just make my armor, and I'm gonna walk into a random room and lay down in a bed.
You take a turn, open the door. There's a dormitory full of beds, and you go, "Oh, dope!" And you just hop into one.
I'm just sitting here watching my brother do his work.
Is that what the rest of you guys are doing? Wait until the chess piece is done.
Literally, I'm sitting on the wall like Spider-Man.
All right. It takes until about nightfall, which you guys got up very early, so you spend the entirety of this process. But due to the not necessarily lightweight because it's not. It's almost plate mail, but you don't have to make an intricate piece for every single body part. You just make a rough sort of covering here, and you tie it together with a belt here, and then quick greaves as well, and you have a nice, yet again, green glowing adamantine half plate armor set for a halfling.
Oh, sweetie.
Could I have taken a short rest during that time?
Sure.
No, I get my bardic inspiration back.
What is it?
Sweetie. Come here. Come.
I waddle on over.
Come. And I'm gonna start dressing him. Like I'm gonna start assembling the pieces of armor onto him. Yeah.
Sweetie, you get this chest plate put on you that immediately, pushes on you, and you're like, ugh, and you get the next one, and it gets like tightened with these straps on the inside of it, and your orange sweater still sticks out of any crease and fold, especially the neck area of the armor. This sort of like is it Velma? I believe Velma is the. I always fuck them up when I try to think.
Yeah,
Is this turtleneck-esque orange puffing out of the green plate, and you get these rough pants on, also tight, and you're like, eventually put it all on. It's not as heavy as Gronk's armor is, but the look is still the same. That shiny green and the neon orange underneath.
You actually made this very well. I'm kind of impressed.
Thank you.
Question: what did you all make? Or is half plate like just the tunic?
Yeah, it's like just sort of like a. You can throw it on top of stuff. It's basically just less armor than plate. It's a rough, chest covering, rough leg covering. Other than that, it's all to you.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
And yeah, what are the armor benefits of adamantine? I just got.
You
It
can't
turns
like
critical hits into regular ones.
Mhm.
Yeah, I got
Somebody
that.
rolls a
And then,
natural 20, you take regular damage.
okay, and then like.
It's half plate, so I don't know what the.
Yeah, I'll look up half plate.
All right then. So, are we gonna head off tonight or in the morning?
I think maybe in the morning. So
Vicky,
20.
when you were listening in on the conversation through your little floating eyeball man thing,
Yeah.
it did seem urgent. This happening soon.
How urgent did they sound when he
Roll
was
an
talking about
insight
this?
check.
Yeah. Nat 20.
He was definitely looking to sell it to whoever was talking on the stone. He was very, very excited about this.
He was really excited about the deal. Other than that, I have no idea when it could take place.
Probably before the day then. If you did not hear the word tomorrow, then we could probably afford to wait the day.
Yeah, I didn't hear like a specific time or day or whatever.
So we leave first light tomorrow morning.
What was that?
First light tomorrow morning. Sounds okay with everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I go to sleep.
Well, we should go back to the boat first.
Right,
Oh, yeah, I forgot what
there
I will go to the boat and then go to sleep.
are beds here. We could spend the night here and then
Yes, but Bush Light is better sail than our ship.
Presumably, like, people use those beds?
Like, Sweetie probably slept on someone's bed there.
So do you sleep here, or do you sleep on the?
Right.
Go back to
If my math is correct, we have 55 pounds of adamantine left. Roku, do you think there's anything else we should
mine.
craft?
You got the thing that was like my armor only was 25.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We should leave some for Dench as a thank you.
Cool. Not that I don't like this thing. I love this thing. I'm gonna look at my Warhammer, but maybe a new one. Match the green. I don't know. I'm gonna like look at Roku and like assess his weapons and be like, I mean,
about-
green could look good on you too.
I hate the color green.
How about instead of making an entire new weapon? I'm not that. I don't know too much about forging. But maybe
Well,
instead of
compare.
wasting all of it on like the neck of the hammer or whatever, maybe just make like your hammer head. I don't know, screw it on to your stick or whatever.
Right. Mm, I don't know about that one, Chief, but maybe plating it, but maybe just make a whole new hammer. Anyway, we probably need some rest. We can worry about this in the morning.
Yeah.
We headed to the ship, or we're going to spend the night here in the forge?
Yep.
Okay. Then I'm head to the ship and beckon them to follow me.
Following to the ship.
Does everyone go?
Oh. Oh,
Did you wait, Roku? Did you say no?
Yep. I'll go.
Okay, I thought you said no instead of I'll go.
I have one question before we
Yeah.
start walking.
What's up?
Did Sweetie had the? Did he have like the protection cloak? Or did Nikolai
Yes.
have that? I did.
we gave it to you when you were being scryed on because it would help you against your saves.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
I want to give it back. Because I know to an AC of like 21.
As you move out from the city, now dark, underneath the lights that they have, you make your way back towards that large grassy field before the docks hit. And as soon as you step onto the rough-hewn stone that opens up into that dock area, a little black bird person, not much taller than Sweetie, but at least a little, runs over and starts cawing at you. It runs and rah, rah, rah.
Hello, little bird person.
Right. I'm gonna like wave my hand. Does it blink? Do birds blink? Birds blink, right?
Yes, bird's blank.
It cocks his head to the side and stares at you, and you see that even though its feathers are black and its entire body is black, including the beak, it still has sort of a black eye. It has swelling around where it looks out of, so its eyes semi-swollen shut.
Well,
Right. Are you hurt, little bird? I'm gonna like reach my hand out. Please, God, don't peck me. Right, where are you looking at?
can you
What's he?
write things out?
It's
Right, I'ma look
gesturing
where the-
towards your ship.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yes,
look
that's
towards
our
our
ship.
ship. Is there anything peculiar about it?
Roll perception check for me.
Uh-oh. We about to die. 14.
Yeah, no, you scan it on top of it, and you can see, despite the minor wear and tear that the boat previously had, nothing new.
Something wrong, little bird?
Right, sweetie. Can you understand what it's saying? And I'm like, elbow sweetie, sort of in the head because that's where my elbow is, but like I meant for the ribs. I just forgot sweetie wasn't that tall.
If you were to elbow me like this, you'd be missing. You'd be about.
No, I'm elbowing
Goodbye.
down.
Like,
Um,
could have read it, but
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna tackle. Do I understand what the bird is saying?
Yeah, no. This bird is not speaking a language of its own. It's just making animalistic noises that it has heard.
Cool.
I thought so.
can you speak at all?
Right, I think we're wasting our time here. Let's get to the ship.
It goes.
Power
It
walk.
looks to you, Hogar, and goes rap rap, and opens its beak. No, I cannot speak.
Why
Turn
didn't
on
you
my
start
heel.
with that?
Isn't
All
that
right.
speaking?
Or is it just mimicking you?
It opens its mouth once more, and it displays the sort of trick it has, and it goes, without moving its beak at all, it goes, "Welcome to Port Greenglow. What is your shipment?"
Right. Mimicry. Wonderful. Let's.
We already signed in as visitors a few
It
days ago.
shakes its
and
head ferociously and rah, rah.
Right. Oh god, this is a bird. Like it's just a random
I
bird.
think it's like what people call Kenku.
Right.
It's a crow, Jared.
That means I think it has rights.
Right. Hogar, you're welcome to keep entertaining this bird, and the bird can follow us if it would like. But something must be up with the ship, because I'm gonna go check it out.
Yeah,
And
this
I'm
thing's
gonna go-
kind of boring.
Two.
I wouldn't say it's boring me. It's just like it's a bird. Like,
Did some big old white bird come along and beat you up?
Rah.
Oh, yeah. We took care of you. He's
He signed that boat in for us. I think, didn't he?
Anyway, we'll figure this out when we get to the boat. If we would all just stop talking and go to the boat.
yeah, I'm
All right,
headed to
you
the
guys
boat.
all go to the boat.
Walking to the boat. Walking to the boat. Power walking. Like a mom on Black Friday.
All right.
I'm
You all
gonna follow behind Gronk like an 8-year-old that really did not want to go shopping with their mom on Black Friday.
I'm gonna follow behind Nick, like the disgruntled father who'd rather be doing anything else.
I'm following because I want to go back to the ship.
Nothing more, nothing less. You all walk up the gangplank and step foot on your familiar ship.
I'd like
Is
to
it
not
on
step on
fire?
my familiar.
It is not on fire.
That's a good side.
It's always a good sign.
I'm gonna go downstairs and check on Sork.
And
You
he just
open the
left him
door.
alone.
You open the door to Gronk's room, and you look around. You can't see anything at first. Then you hear a whisper. Did you hear that noise?
Well, he tells me this isn't Sork. Mount now, please.
And that's familiar halfling man peeks its head out from behind the vanity and goes, Did you hear that noise?
Oh,
There's
it
somebody
is.
here.
Hello, Sork. Yes, there was a bird giant. It's long story.
No, there's somebody here.
Where?
The rest of you above deck see, as seemingly before your eyes, beneath the middle sail, a great fire emerges. Just and it swirls and spins around, and a living body starts to become a part of this fire. It sort of spirals out of it, and up on top of the crow's nest, who had apparently previously been hiding, stands an orange scaled lizard folk man, where he says, "It is time for you all to die." I need everyone to roll initiative.
Right.
Right, I got lizards. That's cocked.
So wait, was the fire him like teleporting there, or was there
No,
like,
there is
elemental, or was it
there's an
fire?
elemental that spawned, as well as him standing on the crow's nest.
Gotcha.
Time for him
Is it
to
currently catching the boat on fire?
No, not currently.
Okay.
Soon, maybe.
What a way
I
to
don't have create or destroy water. Just spawn a bunch of water above it.
What is spelled tidal wave?
Yes, Jared. Tidal wave on our boat. Mert.
That's always a good. That's always a good.
Tidal
way to
wave
do
going
that.
off the boat.
I mean,
Duh.
technically, it's not our boat.
All right, anybody above 20?
22.
Ogar with 22. 15 to 20?
Did you get my 21?
No, I did not. You are very quiet.
That
All right, 15 to 20. All right, 10 to 15.
15.
Okay.
I was waiting if someone else had one better.
11. Oh, somebody. Roku at 10.
All righty. I going to get a drink of pop before this whole thing starts.
You know what? Me too. Oh, like Garrett has pop in his room. I have to go downstairs with pop. Well, this is either a member of his posse or another assassin.
All right. A tornado of flame has become a person in front of you, and a lizard folk man with dark orange skin resembling a fire stands now on the crow's nest, taunting you. Hogar, you're up first.
How high up is this crow's nest?
30
Good
feet.
question. Hunter's mark, first off, and then shoot 2 arrows at the guy in the crow's nest.
Yep, certainly.
who was hunter's marked by me. All right. And I'm going to make one of these a sniper, the first one, or sharp shot. Ooh, good thing I did that because that's a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
You know what? I'm feeling lucky. I'll make this one a sharp shot too. 23 to hit.
Yep.
All right. Well, because about to feel some pain. The true meaning of pain. The big TING. All right. 16, 20 plus 30, 50 piercing damage.
You immediately take these first couple of shots, and as both of them just sink into his torso and his blood spews out, and eventually, after several seconds, just drops on the deck below, having seriously wounded him in your first turn. But as he does, he goes, "No, no, no!" And he loses some sort of grasp with the elemental that he has just summoned, and it looks as the elemental has just woken up on its own as it like shakes its head and looks around, and looks at the yells of you in front of him with anger. Is that your turn, Hogar?
I'm gonna walk off the side of the boat.
Okay.
And just stand like on the bow of the ship.
Yep.
As cover.
Nikolai.
Yeah. I don't know that anything's going on. I'm chilling with my boy Sork. What do you mean? There's somebody. There's somebody on the boat. Should I be worried?
I heard someone up deck.
Positive. This is not just like you didn't just hear some guy from the port.
I don't know. I didn't know you guys were back yet, so I head out down here.
I will go warn the others, and I will make my way upstairs.
You turn the corner at the top of the staircase, and you just see fire, and you're like, "Oh no!"
Ah, well, wonderful. How much actionness did my conversation with Sork take? How much
Most of your turn.
actionness do I have left? Okay.
He then looks down at the man who had previously hit him with several arrows.
Two, only two.
And he is going to the classic extend his hands in front of him and lob off this ball of flame off the top of the ship. And I need everyone who is not Hogar or Nikolai to make a dexterity saving throw.
Ruh-roh, Raggy?
He
The two
even
most
hit.
suited people.
One second.
Grog is suited to take a 5. Well, he resists fire damage.
Damn it!
That
I thought
is
you
true,
could do
but
it
I
as
also
as a
deal fire
reaction.
damage.
You could do what as a reaction?
Wait, you can't Misty Step as a reaction, can you? It's
No.
only bonus
No.
action.
Bonus action.
Damn. I knew it was bonus action, but I thought for some
Reaction?
reason in the past we used it as.
Reaction would be the most broken thing, because then you could, as a second level spell, avoid every attack.
No, honestly, a higher level teleport spell as a reaction would be pretty dope. Like 4th level teleport spell as a reaction.
Anyway, you said Dex save.
Yep.
Guys, that's like my 3rd or 4th nat 20 tonight.
Congrats.
All right. So what did everyone roll? Gronk?
9.
Perfect. Sweetie, natural 20. Roku?
11.
Okay. That is going to be, let's see, 37 points of fire damage for Gronk and Roku. Gronk. due to your time at the forge, you can usually resist such hot flames like this, but as it's dropped on you, you take the full brunt of the damage. Sweetie, you take half of 37, whatever that is.
19.
Sure.
Damn it! You took away my max health from 69 down to 50.
Your max health is 69.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Sweetie, it's now your turn.
I'm going to, as one sec, or now I'll just run. I'm gonna run to like behind everyone, and as I'm running, I'm gonna turn, look at the
Everyone
guy.
is relative. We're all really spread out.
I'm on the bow.
I mean, they're both towards like the middle of the ship, right?
Who's they?
Elemental and orange lizard
Yeah,
folk.
just about. You guys are like also next. Like you guys just have just walked onto the ship. The only ones who have specified other directional movement is Nikolai over by the stairs and Hogar hanging off the ship.
Yeah, I'm gonna run towards the back of the ship more. So like I'm putting the rest of the party in between the enemies and me, basically.
Okay.
And I'm going to just do a nice little Eldritch Blast on the orange guy.
Okay.
Do I have to roll both hits on him because it's 2 beams?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that's going to be a 14 and a 26.
26 definitely hits.
Okay, and that's just a D10, which is the full 10 damage of force. Hey, Roku, go hit the walking fire. And the Bardic Inspiration. And that is my entire turn.
All right. As this, he uses one of his legendary actions. Looking severely injured already as the fight starts, he pulls out his dagger and he will attempt to. He like slices it across the way, and this sickle of wind starts flying towards Gronk, Sweetie, Roku, Hogar. Hogar, he can kind of still see you even though you're hanging off the side, so there's going to be +2 to your AC.
Okay.
But give me one hot sec here. I need to roll for everyone. All right. So Gronk does a what's it +9? 21 hit.
21 does hit.
Hogar does a 22 hit.
Yes, it does.
Sweetie does a 25 hit.
Mm-hmm.
Roku does a 18 hit.
Nope.
All right. So
Sure, just give him the lowest.
Hey man, it's up to the dice. Take a chance, roll the die. Roll.
all right, all of you. He slashes this knife across and it all flies. They split into these like horrible spinning like lawnmower blades flying through the air. And as they run into you, they carve across your skin. And as they do, you all take 35 points of fire damage, except for Roku. Not fire damage, sorry, force damage.
Gonna take half.
No, you just don't take any.
No, he missed.
You duck it, and it just flies right
Oh
past
my.
you. You're a concern for anyone who may be behind you.
Oh, we're on train.
You said 34?
35. Sorry.
35. So, all right.
Your boy's looking a little weak.
And
Yeah,
with
your
that,
boy is looking
I'm
super
heavy.
weak.
Sweetie. No, you just went Gronk.
Right. So, all right, I'm gonna go Tower Shield. That's my bonus action,
Shield extends.
and then I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself because I have 3 hit points. I have taken every bit of damage. So, all right then. Yes. This is awesome. Okay.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
That's well, that and I'm gonna move closer to our fiery friend,
All right.
who's not really our friend, it's actually our enemy. But
He has not moved yet. So, with that, he is going to use his last legendary action of the turn and take another shot at Hogar, who provides the most distinct threat to him at the moment. That's going to be a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And that is going to be
What? 90 damage?
13. No,
Hmm.
it's more than that. My apologies. 13.
Oh,
21 points of fire damage.
he sure likes spies, doesn't he?
As he shoots these off, they sort of like start to go at you, and as you like try to take cover behind the ship, they start to like curve around the side of the ship and come down towards you, just hitting you and singeing you very very painfully. Roku, it's now your turn.
Use Armor of Aggravate on myself at level 2 to give me 10 temporary hit points and deal 10 points of cold damage to anyone who hits me with a melee attack.
All right.
Then I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon up next to this dude, and then I'm going to try and whack it with it.
The dude
next
with
to
the fire.
The fire dude or the dude shooting fire?
Can I cast it up next to the dude shooting fire?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I'm going to do
It
that.
has a range of 60 feet, I believe. It's only 30 feet up.
Does a 18 hit?
It does. It just manages to hit as you throw up I'm assuming it's the lightning trident?
Yep.
Of course, it's the lightning trident. As he stands there, he like has that sort of little trellis he hangs onto as he's just cackling maniacally and slithering as he shoots out bolts of fire from any different source he can, and all of a sudden this trident just happens to and go up and like skin the front half of him, and he steps back, blood now dripping down off of it.
Okay, I believe it's 3. Do you add anything to the damage for this?
Your charisma modifier?
Okay, 6 then.
Okay. Take 6 damage.
Yep.
Okay. As he does so, he sort of like snarls, and again, the blood, after a few seconds, lands on the ground beneath you. But Roku, as immediately after you do this, you look back down, and these icicles are like now sticking out of your demon art, providing even more stabby points to this like basically a pin cushion of armor it is. And it is good you did, because as soon as it looks to you, the elemental starts to march forward, or more accurately float forward, as it goes and like extends its arms that seem to come out unnaturally from its body. Does a oh Jesus fucking Christ. Does a 19 hit?
Can I use my Bardic Inspiration here?
Yes, you can.
Yes, as a reaction, yes you can.
No, it does not.
And so the other one will certainly not hit, because it is less than that. And he like reaches out to you, and you manage to like duck out anything he could possibly get a grab on, but then you figure as most enemies stop in front of you to fight, he continues moving, and as he rests on top of you, and you he steps on top of you, and you can now see there's a swirling fire all around your head, to which you take, so I have to roll 10 points of fire damage, and you look, and everything on you starts on fire,
That's unsettling.
including, most unsettlingly, your skin, which is a problem. You can take an action on your, or someone else can take an action to put the fire out.
Does he take damage from doing that, or was that a spell?
No, that was him just moving on you. That wasn't an attack.
He's
or a
made of
spell.
fire, so
He's
he's
just
basically
made of
just
fire?
bear hugging you, and it's hot.
I'll let you shoot the armor of Agathis at him if you wish, because I believe that's all 10 points, right?
All 10? What do you mean?
Armor of Agathis, it deals
Yeah,
with
that's all 10 points there.
10 to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. He will certainly take that as he goes inside you. You just sort of let out this. You flex your arms back, and all the icicles just shoot out in every direction. But to everyone around you, Roku is now just lost in this flame pile as he stands. And the elemental now looks around for a new target, having in his eyes dismissed of you, Roku. That is going to be okay. And we are back to the top with Hogar.
I'm back over the bow, Slayer's Prey, and then take 2 more shots. How does 19 sound for the first one?
As you shoot at him, he holds up that a shield that bounces off the first.
All right. How does natural? Oh yes, Cox. It was toying with Cox.
Was a strange process just had there.
Yes, I'm a strange person, Garrett. Get over it. 22.
Unfortunately, as he holds up this shield, both arrows bounce off of it, and he looks through this sort of glazed exterior, and as he holds his hands up, he extends it towards you, waiting at the ready in case you shoot at him again, and he slurps at you, showing
I'm gonna walk down the boat further and go around.
Around?
This is the ship. Go down further and then walk around. So I would be behind him. Next turn.
All right. Well, to walk down the ship, that is going to. And did you walk up to shoot at him?
Yes.
Okay. So that was probably 10 feet. Another 10. And you could start to walk around. You have 40 feet of movement?
35.
Oh, okay. So, but if you walk farther down, 15, it'll give you full cover. And then
yeah, I'll go for full cover.
And you start to walk around the ship, but you only get to the back part. You get to where the wheel is, basically.
That's my turn.
Okay. This guy is going to not use it right now. Nikolai, it's your turn.
You said he's 30 feet up.
Yep.
So with 45 movement speed, but also taking into consideration the fact that I have to climb the netting, but I have to dash to get up to him.
Yes, due to the climbing specifically.
Then I will spend a key point, and dash is a bonus action. And then once I am up there, I would like to take a shove attack to try to shove him out of the
crow's nest.
Yep.
Okay. That is going to be a 24.
A natural 20.
Plus?
Athletics, right?
Yeah.
25.
All right.
And then but same thing I did with the guy in the prison tower. I'm gonna spear tackle him and punch him on the way down.
Okay. roll for those decks.
It's just one attack. What is actually 24 for
What?
the unarmed strikes. 24 to hit.
Yep.
All right, that is.
Wait a minute. Yep. Sorry. I was still calculating the shield AC in my head.
It is 10 magical bludgeoning damage plus whatever fall damage you might take.
All right. And you'll take about half, but I doubt you'll take any because. And okay, rolled relatively low. That's going to be 7 bludgeoning damage from falling, and then that's 10 from you, right?
Yep.
All right. He is going to use his legendary action. As you are like on top of him, he like and he drops into the deck, and he and manages to teleport behind you. And as you like look around, you see him behind, like up on the helm. He's like back behind the wheel. It is now his turn, where he is going to look at, let's see, 60-foot line. Yep. Where since he's so far back, Nikolai, he continues to look at you, and he sort of like spins his hand around in a circle and just like Kamehameha's this perfect cylindrical line of fire at you that gets sent towards you, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That is a 16.
That is unfortunately just under the DC. As you start to like get ready to like move, but then you realize that this thing is like going to hit you. So you try to bear down. And as you look into it, your eyes give into the radiance, and you have to cock your hand back a little bit, and it hits you with the full extent of its force, as well as blinds you until the end of your next turn. And you also take 28 radiant damage. All right. Sweetie, now your turn.
Okay, so the fire elemental and Roku are like hugging in the middle of the ship, right?
Yeah. Just under
Okay.
the main mast.
My monocle is going to start flashing blue as I like look to reach over the side of the ship. And with this, I'm going to pull a shit ton of water and basically encase both of them and like try and push, like not push them, but encase both of them, and the only exit is off the boat. Casting major image in. This is an illusion, but
Okay.
So I'm want to like make it seem like they're like I'm trying to push the elemental off the boat, scaring it with water because it's fire.
You sort of like you put on this grand performance of like start moving your arms, and as you raise them up, a big wall of water shows, and it forms this like semicircle around the space that both Roku and this elemental share. And the elemental like looks around and like and is immediately taken aback by it, and you leave the only exit to be off of the ship.
Roku, scare it off, and if it does want to like discern that it is an illusion, it would have to make an investigation check. So
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah. Yes. Also, with when I told it Roku to scare it off, I was giving it inspiration.
Okay.
Roku already had? No, he used it. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah,
Gronk, is now your turn.
Quick question, because it hinges on a class ability. Are these elementals? Are they considered constructs?
No, they're
Or no?
considered elementals.
Thank you. Okay. With that out of the way, all right. I'm going to cast Healing Word as a bonus action on myself. Sorry, boyos. And then as a regular action, I'm going to do Spirit Guardians. So, and they're going to take the form of rain droplets. So it'll look like this little circle where I'm at is just raining.
This rain pouring downward. And you are like right on the ship, right? So
yes,
you see as well this thing that Sweetie has created. Presumably, Sweetie just picked up a bunch of water and somehow started forcing this thing out. It's crazy. Yeah, is that your turn?
Yes, that's my turn.
All right, you heal yourself up a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And the man behind this all sees that this is happening, and of course, launches a firebolt at you.
Hey.
Oh, does a 21 hit?
Beats it.
No, dirty 20. I was wrong.
That does not hit
11
then.
plus 9. I can't do
Yay.
math. Okay.
Yeah, Rick.
And you get this thing launched at you, and you like turn, and he like sends it way too far, and you're like, nice. And you continue your focus, and all of a sudden you're like, what's that noise? And you turn, and it comes back towards you, and you like, duh, and you duck it, and it explodes next to your head. Somehow, even though he missed the attack, you take damage.
What the fuck, man? Not you. That's Gronk to the guy who just shot at him.
Okay, I have a
I'm about
question.
to shoot at him.
I have a question.
10 points of fire damage that you can't resist. Yes, sweetie.
So in between, there's Nickel or the elemental and Roku in the center of the ship. Is Gronk over by me on like the back of the ship?
Gronk's by like Roku, where you
Okay.
guys all entered at.
I'm assuming it's about where I am now too, after I plummeted from the ceiling.
And I'm behind him.
So my question was,
About to
since I'm
shoot
making
him.
like a big wall of water, and that would kind of like make everything kind of hard to see through. Are attacks like going through the wall still like just normal attacks? It says nothing about it in the spell description of like disadvantage or anything like that on attacks through the illusion. So that's what I'm
well,
asking.
if the attack requires line of sight, then it would be impossible.
Okay.
He specifically is not aiming for people within the barrier because he cannot see them, and so that is why he's not doing that.
Yeah, and I brought up the question because I thought Gronk was next to me, like past the illusion, so I got confused. But it's good. Okay, continue.
As well as Gronk has not made an attack either, so it's all groovy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Gronk, you just went, correct?
Yeah, I just
Then
went.
he shot some at you. Roku.
I'm still on fire, yeah?
Oh, for sure. You take, sorry,
It's like being in water.
you take 2 points of fire damage.
Okay. Can I, in all of my movement, get to this dude throwing out the firebolts?
Well, what order did that happen in? You went on his turn, and then you can't see him right now, as apparently there's a wall of water surrounding you. But you think you may if you run in the right direction past this wall of water.
I see. It's an illusion. True sight. What
do
I see?
You're right. You see Sweetie do this, and you see this like energy come around you, and you very much can discern it's an illusion. It's you can see through it directly where you're looking. It seems as if the water like clears up, giving you a window out wherever you look. telling that it's completely an illusion. I keep forgetting you have true sight, and it ruins all my plans. But yeah, you look and you see that dude, and he's like slinging spells up top there. But as you run away, of course, you would take an attack of opportunity.
I'm cool with that.
And you're on fire.
Yep.
You cool with that? Or okay, yeah. So you, as you run away, it sort of like and tries to grab at you as you run. That's a natural one, and it like goes to go at you, and it like looks into the water, and it's like holding itself back, hoping not to touch it. As you just start sprinting through, and this lizard folk man is casting spells, and suddenly he sees angry man with horns that is currently on fire, runs up the steps at him as you're chasing towards him. What do you do?
I'm going to swing twice at him. 2 times.
You get right up to him as you carry the axe above your head, and he lets out a as you before you swing.
Does a 21 hit?
That certainly does.
I'm assuming an 11 doesn't, but I'm gonna use my divinity, another 21.
Yeah, your channel divinity.
Level 2 smite for the first one, and level 1 smite for the second one.
Oh boy.
Imagine you can get shot in the head from behind.
Okay.
This dude's about to light his own funeral pyre. It's gonna be rough.
And then we can deal with the fire.
13 maul damage.
That's not with smite.
No, this is different. 14 axe damage. Level 2 smite. 11. 18. And those are 2 ones. I can re-roll those. 8 for the level 1.
All right. First of all, as you hit him the first time, as you expect to see blood pour out from his wounds, a cloud of fire just and goes and like singes your face. It doesn't hurt a lot, but it's a little bit. And that is going to deal 15 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And
It doesn't.
and also
It doesn't hurt a lot. It's just enough to kill 2 small wizards.
and also, how do you want to do this? For he had 19 hit points remaining.
After
I'm
the
gonna swing and like catch his head, and I'm just gonna pull back and cut off his head when I pull back.
His head and he lets out that, forked lizard tongue as he does, and you peel it off. And you look around, but unfortunately the elemental behind you does not cease despite this man being no longer alive.
Bonus action, I'm going to use the hand ability to heal myself a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be my...
You're going to hand it to yourself.
I was gonna say give himself a handy, but that works too.
Thanks.
Better
of you.
idea.
Thank
Stop,
you.
drop, and roll.
Yeah, I get 10 hit points back, and we're Gucci.
You cut off a man's head, grab it, and with the same hand, you sort of like give it like a lift into the air, and this energy just bestows through you, healing your wounds. And also, you're on fire as you just hold this disembodied head in your hand. You also hear in your head, yes, yes, kill them all. I know you want to. The voice of Vecna finally echoes through your head once more after having thought you had gotten rid of him. But you can deal with that more on your next turn, as it is now the elemental's turn. He sort of like backs up down the gangplank more, and he can't find anybody to directly attack. And so he's going to spend this entire turn cowering in fear as he like slowly like tries to reach out and like is afraid he'll get singed by the water. And yeah, we are back to the top with Hogar.
Mm,
You
are there any
pop up around the ship like, haha, and you see Roku holding the man's head and his body discarding.
Are there any buckets nearby?
But I'm sure there are buckets around, but
I'm gonna check my hunter's mark on the fire elemental and shoot him twice. I'm gonna move around so I actually can see him through the wall of water.
Cool. You sort of skirt around this wall of water, again, hanging off on the side, and just let your arrows fly into this swirling mess.
First one, a sharp shot with a 21.
Mm-hmm.
Second one, I'm being lucky. Another sharp shot with a, well, that's a 14. So does that hit?
Yep.
That does?
Yep. This thing is a large and shiny. It is an archer's delight.
Ooh. 4, 8, 12, 17, plus 30. 47 piercing damage.
Okay, give me 1 sec to math here.
Which I'm also going to assume those arrows are completely destroyed because he's fire.
Good assumption.
I mean, like, they're wood, so that makes sense.
Yeah, you look, and as they sink into this fire form, they get stuck in the tornado beneath it, and they just incinerate into ashes immediately.
Guys, I'm going to need like a table before we leave. So I can make more arrows.
We have a table.
Right, I
I
think you
can
just
put
made
in the
wood.
arrows.
Nikolai, you open your eyes, and everything around you is still pitch black as you panic and like feel around your face, and it seems you are blinded by the spell. Panic!
Well, I'm gonna take my bow staff off my back, blindly huck it in the location in which I last saw the man standing. Sorry, Roku.
Roll an attack roll with disadvantage.
It was 2 15s with disadvantage. Plus 8, that's up to 23.
Roku, you look over as Nikolai is panicked, looking around, takes his staff, and I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
17.
You're like, is he throwing that at me? And you get hit in the chest with this staff. Roll some base damage on that, Nick.
What is base damage
You're
mean?
just base damage. Nothing additional spicy onto it. I guess you're not a paladin, so I don't have to worry about that. But
Okay, I'm not like no modifiers or anything. Anyway, that is 9 bludgeoning damage.
Just kill Roku.
Sorry, Roku.
I just healed myself, man.
Called upon the dark forces of the universe, and it gets taken away by a blind man with a stick.
At least it was a blind man shooting out arrows.
But I can see now, right?
And then all of a sudden you're like, and you see Roku just like, what the hell? Just like
holding, like, you son of a bitch.
Sorry.
With that, Sweetie, it's your turn. Oh, also Roku's still on fire.
I'm gonna walk over to the edge of the boat where I see the fire elemental, and I'm gonna drag up more water. Basically, I'm just gonna make a dome with the illusion. And I'm going to try and move the dome ever so slightly, so the only option of escape for this elemental is to go into the ocean.
I don't think you can change your spell. I think that's an illusionist
that's an
wizard
illusion
thing.
wizard subclass specific thing. If the spell does not specifically determine, and I don't know if Major Image does, but if it doesn't say specifically you can alter on subsequent turns, then it's just your initial illusion.
It's no longer seems completely real, including sound, smells.
You cannot
Uh,
change your illusion. I just read through the spell.
Okay. But you can alter
Oh,
its
wait.
appearance.
No, you totally can. This is what happens when you skip to the end of the spell looking for like heavy outfit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, like, make it a dome, or even just a half circle, just kind of tilted, just so it's like, instead of a sphere, like just a dome, like tilt the circle, and then just kind of like just so the fire elemental can only go into the ocean and like
He's
can't
continuously just
fly
like
over.
moving backwards down this gangplank as you have just cut off any means of his escape. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Grunk.
Right. If I charge at him full speed, will he be even if I have to dash? Will he be in the area of my spirit guardians? Or do I not even need to dash?
He should have done that last round, actually. I forgot. You were like standing next to him. So this will be for
Okay.
last round.
I must have missed that.
Yeah, so did I. I'm dumb. That's going to be an 11 to resist, which I doubt he does.
That does not. And he will take 10 points of radiant damage.
All right, these water drops just pour onto him. You don't understand the depths of an elemental's mind, but he must be assuming, like, where the fuck did all these guys get water powers from? As he is just getting hit with rain and tidal waves pulled from nowhere.
Okay, and so then I'm gonna whip out my handy dandy hammer that I'm not proficient in, but who cares? We're gonna use it anyway. I'm gonna do my best to smack him. He's made of flames, so we'll see where this goes.
Well, there's Sweetie's wall or dome of water around him,
Fuck, yes there is,
which
isn't
you
there?
don't specifically know is an illusion, but due to everyone's recent power increase, which is weird, you felt like you got stronger overnight, you don't know you've never seen Sweetie do something like this before, and you're not positive this is like a new thing for him.
Also, he's been doing some shady shit with Vecna, so like
He's been pulling souls into the underworld. You really don't know. Like, this is literally a tidal wave that was pulled out from the depths of the ocean, and it's like moving, and you can hear the running water and like
Smell the salt.
smell the salt. Everything is babbling like a brook. You fucking hate it, but it's going.
Right. Let's see where this goes. And I'm gonna try and strike him anyway.
You're gonna like run into the depths of the illusion, and you're like, well, let's hope I have the strength to resist this. And you run in, and as you like prepare to like run through this wave, you just like, oh shit. And you're like, now as you run through it, you now see you are in the depths of the fire elemental. Like, you are like in his space, like, oh shit. And you're gonna take some fire damage. You're gonna take a solid 1 point of fire damage. But
okay.
as you everything starts on fire, as you look down at your arms, your adamantine armor starts to glow with flames, somehow catching your metal armor on fire. I don't make the rules, the book does.
Cool.
But you can make your attack now.
Okay. I was like, so am I just on fire permanently now?
As you swing this hammer, it feels a lot better in your hands. You can now add half of your proficiency bonus rounded upwards. So it would be 2.
Okay. Sweet. So that makes that a 25 to hit.
Oh, geez, you did not need
Drop
that.
roll.
Holy fucking
Well?
Christ.
Right.
You find from some sort of surface to land, with the big old ass shield in hand and the hammer you strike down, you end up hitting this gust of flames.
Cool. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say this thing is either resistant to fire or immune to it.
That's
And
a fair assumption.
when I leveled up to level 8, my first melee attack hit does an extra D8 of fire damage, so I will separate the two. If he's just immune,
He is completely immune. Don't even.
then I won't roll it.
It is. I'm totally fine with telling you that because he is literally just fire.
He's literally made of fire, which really
Yeah,
hurts
tell you
my
that one,
whole
Chief.
burning people shtick as a forge cleric.
Burning Man. It's a thing in the
Well,
desert.
That being said,
It's like trying to drown a bucket of water.
That
He's
being
like
said-
shoving a wet cloth into a bucket. Like, where is she?
that's 12 magical force or bludgeoning damage.
All right.
And then
This
for
happens. You part through the flames and you ignite your warhammer in flames, and you're like, ah! And you go to hit him. You're like,
Oh,
maybe the
shoot.
flames weren't a good idea. As you like swing down, and he sort of like eats the flames off your hammer, and you're like, oh no.
oh no. And then I need to roll concentration for Spirit Guardian, so I will do
Mhm.
that now.
It's just gonna be 10.
Your 1 damage.
It's a luck point.
Oh my god! It's the base.
Harold, it's a 10.
Rolled a
Your
5. What do you
Constitution
roll?
+4, right?
Yeah, no, it would have been a 9.
Oh my
But-
god!
Now it's a 16.
How are you just the worst? Yes, the Spirit Guardian stays intact. Is now Roku's turn.
When Gronk hit it and Hogar shot it, did it seem physical? Like, like it was there? It's not just flames? Or am I smacking fire?
It is there, but it is also just fire. There is so much fire that it is like has density to it when you hit it. It's weird.
So-
Definitely a weird concept.
How
Don't
would
think about it scientifically. It's not
Don't think
possible.
about science. Science is bad. We don't like
But
science.
think
here.
of it like in a video game when you hit something and your controller vibrates as you hit it, and you can like feel the connection, but it doesn't actually.
That is a really good analogy. You get the hit marker. It's like you're knifing a sign and you're like, why is this getting me a hit marker? It's not even doing anything. It's like that.
So
No.
tackling it wouldn't be a good option?
It is. You can certainly try.
I would love to.
There's always fun. So it's currently on the gangplank and
Yep.
Gronk is in front of it.
Okay, I'm gonna throw my his bow staff and my axe down. I'm gonna scream liar at Vecna, and I'm gonna try and tackle this thing.
You run and you go to like, are you attempting to grapple him or like shove him?
I'm gonna try and shove him, I guess.
Okay, yeah, roll for it.
Okay, this is athletics.
Mm-hmm.
26.
You rolled a natural 1 plus a 0. And as you get into, you feel your hands burn, and your mind pulls your hands away. But you're you push past your instincts.
I
And
want
you
to
go,
go
no.
on, tackle him into the
And you
thing.
just, and as you make purchase within some sort of like ethereal core, you grab him and you just, and you can toss him downwards as he. So do you want to go with him down
Yeah,
into
I
the
want-
water?
Into the water.
And you just
Oh, two
like
birds with one stone because you're on fire. That makes sense.
like adding concrete shoes into someone in the water, you just force him as he and as you splash directly into the shore, he just and you guys see Roku and there's just smoke pouring out from this area of the water. As
So I
he's now
understand
dead.
that, like, when you were yelling at Vecna, you weren't actually physically threatening Vecna, but the message of the kind of guy that Vecna is dealing with, where I will throw myself into a fire creature to get done what I want to get done.
Yep.
Once again, Roku whipping out his 4-foot.
Oh
cock.
no, I'm on fire. Is combat over?
Yeah, combat's over.
Well, I'm gonna run over the side of the ship and jump.
Roku is now off the ship as well, and you're like, and you just panic. You're on fire. You're literally on fire. It doesn't matter if you're a D&D character. When you're on fire, your mind goes crazy. You just dump in. Shit, you jump in and dive. Just give displace the amount of water in this bay.
I'm gonna search the body.
As you pour through the pockets. You find a piece of paper. This one, like, awkwardly short, like if someone has removed the top layer of it, and it has some sort of letters written across the top line of it, horizontal.
Is it Common, Sylvan, Elvish, Orcish, or Deep Speech?
No. I need to pee real quick here.
Garrick, why do you literally have the world's smallest bladder? The world's smallest and most full.
The only people who'd probably understand this would be Nathaniel and Jared. But it's like when you're on a road trip with your little sister who has to stop and pee every 2 hours.
Except in my case, it was stop and puke.
Oh,
She car sick.
Ooh. Blam.
Yeah, Rebecca used to get real car sick. It was gross.
Yikes.
Yeah.
oh shit! I remember we talked about that when we went to Missouri. I forgot that was like a thing.
Yeah.
I gotta ride bitch because you and her can't get along. That's so fun.
Gerald had to ride bitch in his friend's car. That's great.
It was a good time.
Okay, so combat's over, right?
Okay.
Yes.
I want to take this ball of water I have now and just kind of like move it up in the air and just kind of play with it a little bit. Like just kind of move it around.
He's gonna play with this blue ball.
I'm
Once every 6 seconds, you move and command this orb of water to do what you want.
at one point, I'd like to condense. I'd like to say all the water there, condense it into just like a beach ball size, and then
Water
like,
doesn't condense, but okay.
It's an
it's an
illusion.
illusion, so I can condense it if I want.
You can turn
reality,
it into a basketball if you want.
reality can be whatever I want.
And then as it become as it's down to like a beach ball sized water orb, as Gronk gets that ball after me, I kind of like throw it at him just to like scare him.
Right, let's not do that.
And
Oh,
then it will splash
sweetie.
and dissipate into water.
Yeah.
Can your helmet tell me what this note says?
I'd
The
like to imagine when I do that, like a little blue face shield comes up.
just like, and it will now like it's like in the episodes of Clone Wars when the dude is the translator in the newest season. He's got I can't remember his name. He's the techie guy of the Clone Force. Domino Squad. Is that what it was? Okay, yeah, never mind. This
Yeah.
is too deep of a reference for me to understand and convey.
It was before season 7 got good.
I liked the first couple episodes. I didn't watch the Martinez sisters, so I don't know. It was point being is this like HUD shows up and it takes the letters in front of you and it swirls me around. And it like puts them into common lettering that you would know. And this is going to this very clearly says in front of you, you means killing come your.
Care to run that by me again?
You means killing come your.
Is it like
COME come.
vertical?
No, it's horizontal.
You means killing come me your?
You means killing come your.
Okay. And you said it's vertical, so like
No, it's horizontal for like the 27th time.
okay. You mentioned like I imagined it was normal, but then someone said horizontal, and I was
I
just
asked
like,
it
wait,
was
was it
vertical.
vertical? Like,
Or horizontal?
okay.
Do you share this info with me?
Nikolai, you very obviously see them. You know, they took this note off of the body and are translating it.
I pull out a similar from my key pocket. Go to inspect.
And I take that one as well, and also read it.
you sort of like place the smaller paper in front of the bigger one. They overlap, and you see vertically, like they sort of start to form sentences. So from left to right, it says, "If you," it means in killing, assassins come, receive your.
If you, it means
In killing,
in killing.
assassins, period, come. And then the final line is receive your.
Okay.
This must be.
I don't know what
him.
language this is in, sweetie.
Do I know what language it's in?
I don't know, but it is, I will just tell you, it's a giant. Seems to have some sort of dwarvish script that you recognize as like, but it's not, it's the same like characters, but it's a totally different language, like English.
Well, I think it's. Well, let's see. That looks like some dwarvish. I think it's in giant.
That makes sense. Anyway, if I hold on to these, please.
Sure.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. I'll give you a big kiss later. And I take the papers from him.
Thankfully, that means this is someone sent by Sid. Sadly, this means someone sent by Sid.
It's not trying to assassinate us.
So wait, does this mean that this guy was also sent by Rick and not Sid?
Yeah,
Yes.
that is my best guess.
I'm guessing each assassin has a note, and when we form them all together like we do with those two, it creates a message. And probably a location where we can receive our prize.
Right. Why does everybody gotta try to kill us? Why can't there ever be somebody who's just like, let's sit down and have coffee? Like, I need a nap.
Go have a nap then, brother.
Is the halfling man still in my room?
Yes, he was last I checked.
Okay. I'm gonna check on him, see if he ran away in the ruckus. I'm gonna head downstairs to my room to see if Sorsk is still there.
As you go down the stairs and walk across the way and you open your room door, you hear like a "Ooh!" And in the back shadow cornered behind your vanity, he sort of looks back and goes, "Oh, it's just you. Did you all survive up there?"
Everybody but the intruder and his pet.
So there was an intruder. Was it Sid?
No. That fat lizard ain't nowhere near us right now, I don't think.
What if he can hear you?
And he can hear me. He can suck my dick. Anyway.
You don't understand what you're prodding here.
Sure I do. And I'm gonna start to unzip my pants. I understand it just fine. And then zip my pants back up. Anyway.
I guess you aren't aware of what happened to your friends then.
No, we are not. But it sounds like you're about to enlighten us. And I'm gonna sit down on the bed.
Well, what do you mean?
Right, you said that like you had answers. So now I'm expecting answers.
Well, you just... I don't know if I should share it. What if he's listening? It's one thing if I'm a deserter, but it's a whole other if I'm a rat.
Right. If he's really trying to intimidate us and convince us that he's harming our friends, I think you telling us what he's done with them. Unless they're dead, then that changes the game completely.
I don't know what happened to them since I left, but they certainly aren't dead, unfortunately.
Have you had anything to eat today?
No. I've been sitting here staring at a wall. Frankly, I haven't had any entertainment but my own thoughts.
Let's get you something to eat. Hogar's up deck. And I'm gonna walk out of my room.
Can I come out now?
Yeah, go for it. Come on.
He slowly takes a step out. His tuxedo that he's wearing looks wrinkled and just dirty as shit, but he hasn't been able to change into anything else. So he slowly makes his way up to the top of the deck and looks around for you all to tell him what he can and cannot do.
Okay. You want to check to see if you can spot any other stowaways on board?
No, you don't get anything.
All right. Double check, make sure, see if he's being watched.
That's what he checked. Yeah, no.
Oh,
nothing.
that's what he checked? I thought he was looking for more intruders. That's what I mentally heard.
Either way,
Well,
no, you don't get
not
it.
like he can be like, I want to look
Bummer.
for
I was
people.
hoping for elemental round 2. Anyway.
Didn't you have 3 hit points?
Yeah, I was at 3 hit points, yeah.
I want to take this dude's body and his head because they're separate now. And I want to try to dress him up as best as I can, similar to what I did.
Yeah, once again, you just sort of take a loose piece of cloth, wipe off the blood. This guy's got a lot of scorch marks on him, specifically from his.
I think those are our fault.
Yeah, specifically from. It seems his style seems to be sort of pyromancy. So you sort of fold his arms, put his head back where it should have been, as the lizard tongue dangles out at you.
Can I retrieve the 2 arrows that missed?
You can certainly try. Roll a survival check.
That's a 21.
Yeah, you glance up to the crow's nest, and it seems that wherever one was, it might have been gone. It might have been tackled off of the crow's nest with him. You don't know where, but you do find one resting up there, as if perfectly blocked and intact.
All right. Now I only lost 5 arrows in this fight. I still have lots of arrows, though. Don't worry. Approximately 26 arrows out of 40.
So, well, what's the game plan now?
Head off to
Right, I
Somewhere?
don't think are heading. I thought we were going to leave in the morning.
yes,
What
in the
time?
morning, of course. And that some people keep watch, make sure no more assassins sneak up on us.
Should I think we might want to try and stop this trade deal before we go off, because what if
But part of the point of killing Sid now is to stop it together.
well, yeah, but what if it's
It
already
is gone.
happened?
There's no deal.
Right,
It's already
not
happened,
super.
and there's nothing to stop.
I'm not super interested in the stone or stopping any deals. The Lord King is more than it's his property. If he wants to sell it, he can sell it.
The Sid to make him more powerful.
Right. If I recall correctly, that's where we're headed. So we can kill Sid, and I really, really doubt Sid himself is going to come here. If he ends up getting the stone, we'll beat him nonetheless.
We'll beat him, take the stone, remove any mortality he has, then beat him up again. Actually, if he has the stone, maybe we can just keep beating him up as much as we want.
Okay, well, you guys are the ones that know how to pilot the ship, so
That's just it.
Hello. This is me. My pilot ship.
I try.
Right. Whoa, whoa. Right, we have some precious adamantine left at the forge.
All right.
Before we leave tomorrow.
I was
Okay.
told I'd receive food.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah.
Hogar, food.
Oh yes, follow me. I'll give you. He has some shark meat. Hoo-ha-ha.
Shark? He like sort of walks underneath.
Never had it before.
No.
The
I
skin's a
have
little
had
rubbery.
kraken, but not shark.
Oh. How did you get that?
Sid,
Okay.
I think you're underestimating just how wealthy he is.
Wealthy. No, I'm worried about how strong he is. Which, if he has money to kill a kraken,
It's not about strength. It's about preparedness. And Sid's always got it one up on you, no matter what you think.
I'm sure he thinks that. And he tells everyone to think that too.
No, you don't understand, man. I've probably put you all in danger being here. I bet whatever you think he's not gonna do, he's gonna do. But if you think he's gonna do it, then he won't. He knows everything. He'll find a way.
Does he know how many numbers I'm thinking of?
I don't know.
Well, here, have some shark. And give him some shark meat. Hoo-ha-ha.
Do you have anything I could do sitting in that room all day?
No, especially.
You see, when most young boys reach about the age of 13, 14, they discover something about themselves.
I mean, I personally have nothing that you can do.
I
Sorry.
have a question.
For Rick?
Yeah. Prestidigitation. You can make a handheld object, right? Just like a small, like palm-sized object.
It disappears from existence after 6 seconds, yes.
Does it?
Yep.
Damn. Never mind.
Well, you can just pop. 6 seconds. Pop.
I was going to give him a Rubik's cube, but
Sweetie's mind could not even possess the great wonders and mysteries of a Rubik's Cube.
yeah, you're probably right.
Guys, tonight, since I have a surgery tomorrow, I probably should get done before midnight.
I know. I got it all planned out. Don't. How dare you doubt me?
All right.
It is I,
Alright.
Rick, master of
I
scheduling.
wasn't doubting you. Jeez.
I got you.
So, the plan is, I guess, we're going to go grab that adamantine, bring it back to the ship, and then we're leaving, what, tomorrow morning, you said?
Apparently, no one did.
So Roku,
Yeah.
Gronk, and Nikolai.
We're leaving
Yes.
tomorrow morning. That is correct. After we collect our adamantine from the forge,
Okay.
I suggest you rest up. I'm gonna ruffle his hair like I did when I was pretending to be his dad.
You can stop doing that now.
And I'm going to start walking off to the forge to grab the adamantine.
Right, sweetie, the bed's this way.
Yeah, you tell him to go to sleep, and he goes, "Okay," and walks off the ship.
What? I'm gonna go adamantine. That stuff's precious.
Yeah, no, leave it at the forge. There's some stuff we'll do there in the morning.
What? Aren't we leaving in the morning?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. What time is it?
Isn't it like noon? Not even.
No, it's nighttime. You guys
No,
stayed
like
at
it's
the
nighttime.
forge for a very long time.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna head to bed, wake up early the next morning, forge a new warhammer, grab the block, put it on the ship, and off we go. Well, that's not true. We were gonna leave some for Dench, weren't we, Roku?
That's right.
I like how generous you're being, but how much? That stuff's kind of precious.
I don't
A
know,
few.
Roku. Few pounds.
Okay. Okay. That man's gonna be rich when he sells that thing. Whatever he makes with it.
Yeah. Anyway,
Walk
you
back
should
on.
get some sleep, sweetie. We should all get some sleep.
Yeah. The elemental. Yeah, it was really bright. He confused me. I thought it was like noon or something. I'm gonna go to bed.
Same. I climb up to the crow's nest.
Alright.
To
I
sleep.
go to Enigma's room.
Everyone else, do they go to bed as well?
Yep. I sleep with my
Right.
bow,
Wasn't somebody
holding
gonna
it
take
like a
watch?
stuffed animal. I'll
All right.
take first watch.
Okay. All right
Is there
then.
going to be a watch system?
Yeah,
If
Hogarth
I'm
said.
driving the boat, if I'm driving the boat tomorrow, I don't
Yeah, Nick, you get some sleep. Don't worry about taking a watch.
I'll wake up Roku after 2 hours if that's alright with Roku.
I'll sit top deck and stare out, sleep, I guess.
Okay.
Roku
While
could
Sweetie,
watch and sleep at the same time, hypothetically.
Stalks.
Could
while
he?
Sweetie
Stalks.
while Sweetie is laying in or going to go to bed in Enigma's room, he's going to take one of her possessions. I don't like know what she has, but just kind of like have it, just like sleep with it, just because he's sad.
Underwear drawer. This will do.
I wasn't gonna go
Put
there.
on
but
head, go to sleep.
You do go into the
Why-
drawers. You find, that dress, the one where you're like, goddamn, I love that one. Date nights, you're like, I hope she wears that dress. You just like look at it and you're just like, like she's been gone for you guys were used to not seeing each other for long amounts of time due to your, drug running differences. But after
Ponzi scheme.
after you guys have been so close for so long, and then eventually she's now taken from you with not getting to see her even if you wanted to, it's fucking sucks. Which is obvious, but it just, the thing reminded you of it. So you lay down, and as you're laying down, you feel some presence behind you. It's like, even in pitch blackness, if somebody's near you, you can like feel it. So you like turn around, and like your thing is just floating there smiling at you.
Go to sleep.
And I'm going to like kind of forcibly kind of like shove him down to the pillow next to me.
As you start to shove it, he goes, Roku.
Yeah. Roku's the guy with the purple hand and eye.
Roku. Okay, father, I'll kill them all.
What? Did Roku say that?
Roku.
I'm going to grab it and kind of like hold it like a basketball about to be passed. I couldn't think of what it was called. And I'm going to walk out of the room, kind of look around. Roku said he's up on the top deck, right?
Top deck.
Waddle on over to Roku.
Roku. What's he talking about?
Okay, father, I'll kill them all.
I'm gonna look up at him. I figured I was like sitting crisscross applesauce on the deck, kind of in a meditative, looking out to sea. I'm gonna look up at him and none of your business. That's what it is.
Well, you see, my pet is saying Roku, and okay, Father, I'm gonna kill them all. And if you're one of us, this is a little worrying. Them all as in all of us, them all as in the gods, all of them. Who's killing them all?
I have no plans to harm you.
That doesn't that I mean kind of answers my question, but
As a subtle reminder of what you're discussing, it once again goes, "Okay, Father, I'll kill them all." That's a rough translation, by the way. I think I got the quote wrong at this point.
Okay. What did this thing over here?
A discussion he shouldn't have.
Well, he heard it, and now it's been brought to my attention, so I would like to know.
You talk to your God, I talk to mine.
But you see here, we're still a group of people. Gods or no gods, we are in this together. So, our intentions should be known between all of us. And yours seem a little shady right now.
I have Nikolai that wants to cut off my hand. You seem like you want to help him. Gronk agrees with him. I don't think we're in this together at all.
I have said nothing about removing your hand and eye. To be honest, I think it's pretty damn cool. I mean, I wanted it at the beginning, sure. But you took them, and then everyone was saying, you can't take the eye or else he'll die, or I don't know, something like that. So I'm just kind of living with the fact that I won't get it. I want these other super powerful weapons because, yeah, we're fighting gods. That they'd be pretty useful. I'm not planning on taking them away from you at all. So that's them, not me.
And that's them. You said we're in this together. I can't trust them.
Well, maybe sit down and talk to them. Have a nice heart-to-heart conversation.
Eric, do I overhear all this from the crow's nest when I'm on my watch?
Roll perception check.
Uh, 21.
You hear bits and pieces, but, you know, they're sort of talking amongst themselves.
I'm in a position myself, so I'm hanging upside down from the crow's nest. From the bottom of it.
Yeah, sweetie, you can very obviously see that.
Okay. I like just shake my head while seeing Hogar because I don't care.
Roku. We all need each other. Yeah, it's been kind of the hand and eye kind of a little scary because they're really powerful, and it seems like you may have gotten a tiny bit darker since you got them. But I'm not going to judge. You're still one of us, and frankly, I trust you for the most part. But if you don't trust them or they don't trust you, whatever it is, you just need to go talk to them.
No, thank you.
No, thank you is not an option here. You see, we're in this together. I don't know if you didn't catch that part, but we all have to be on the same page. And if there's a lack of trust anywhere, that needs to be resolved.
No.
I'm sorry, Roku, but yes. Here, I'll go get him, and we can have this conversation right now. It'll be nice.
I'd rather not.
No one will get angry. No, it'll be all just nice, pleasant talk.
Yes, Roku, it will be.
You turn around, he's dangling from the crow's nest by 1 foot, listening in.
You know, finally stand up from my crisscross applesauce and pick up my maul axe.
All right. So, sweetie, do you go wake up the others? I did not know this was going to turn into a group therapy session, but I'm very excited. You go wake up the others?
I would like to go wake up the others.
All right, Nick, the little light peers into your room as the little halfling man leans inside.
Oh God, I said, if I'm driving the boat, I'm not keeping watch. And then I roll over.
Nikolai,
Oh, it's you. You want to cuddle or something? Just get in and don't toss and turn too much. I'll be big spoon.
no, we're, well, Roku doesn't seem to trust everyone because it seems like everyone wants to cut off the hand and eye. And
Wait, this is actual conversation.
yes.
Sorry, I totally misunderstood the situation. Let me put on pants. And he pulls off his bedroll, revealing, as you at this point know fully well, Nikolai sleeps totally naked.
Bare
And he just
booty
offered to big spoon you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
He puts on pants and heads outside.
Then I go over. Just very unsubtly, just on Gronk's door.
Right. Oh gosh, it's my turn for the watch.
Here. Hey Gronk, we're gonna have some group therapy. Just come out here.
Okay, what's going on? I mean, I know you were a little upset today. I know this whole Enigma thing's got you pretty wound
No,
up. If you
nothing
wanna
about
talk
that.
about it. We can talk about it.
Okay.
And while I have them both in the hall, I'll be like explaining as we're kind of walking up to top deck.
So, I was trying to sleep when it here was saying, Roku and, okay, father, I'll kill them all.
I would
Something
like, as you say this,
I believe he mentioned that he said something along those lines in the elevator right before we got our
it
asses creamed by the
speaks,
president.
and it will now retcon everything it's ever said. The quote he has now been speaking is, "I will kill them, all of them." That's what it is.
Yeah. I don't like that.
It's
And
a
it's in
little
Roku's
concerning.
voice, which means Roku said it.
Right.
So I asked him, and he was like, I was talking to my dad. And, so I was just like trying to get information on it because we all should trust each other. And he says he doesn't trust most of us. Mainly, he said you two, because he thinks that you guys want to cut off the hand and eye, which isn't
No
the
secret.
thing,
That's
right?
exactly what I want.
Right. The
Why?
hand didn't look at him.
You heard what
He
he
would
did to his own brother,
the
right?
the Roku that I first met. He's changed a lot ever since the hand and the eye, and I don't think for the better.
Then we're going to go up there and talk to him. We're going to talk to him like friends, civilized. We're going to understand each other, and we're going to build some trust, okay? Because that's what this group needs. No one trusts each other in this group.
I trust Gronk with my life. I trust you with my life. I trust Hogo with my life. I even trust Roku with my life. I trust all of you.
Well, he's kind of not
Both side
trusting
by
you guys
side.
because you guys want to take away something that is literally a part of him. If we can just
It's not the part
Talk
of
and get out.
that's corrupting him. It's part of an evil god. He's claimed it as his own. And he's changed it.
I wouldn't say the god is necessarily evil, but that's not the
Right,
topic.
I
not
would
the topic at
call
hand
him
right now.
very, very evil. And look, we're not trying to kill Roku. Like, that's off the table completely.
We've
Here,
spoken
let's finish this
with-
conversation as a group.
And I'm gonna like start walking up the stairs.
By now, I have completely walked down the mast backwards.
Hogar and Roku now stand top deck as you all come up and make awkward eye contact with each other. The kind that comes when a person in an intervention realizes it's an intervention and like looks around at all of it. It's just everyone is. It's like 2 a.m. You guys all just fought somebody, and Sweetie pulled you out of bed to chat.
All right, sweetie, you're leading this session. Go for it.
Okay.
Sweetie showed us on everything already. Let's just cut to the chase. You don't trust us. Specifically me and Gronk here. Because we don't trust the hand, yes?
Right.
Why not?
Why not?
Do you not understand why we're worried? Do you not
Yeah.
understand why we're worried? Do you not see the problem that we have with this?
It takes a lot of strength to deal with the pain, the constant pain. So what if it's changed me a little?
Right, it's changed you a lot. And it's a slow progression. And I don't want to turn my shoulder someday and see it's you trying to kill me. Because I don't think I have the strength to kill you if it comes to that. You're one of my best friends. We're so similar. We're both originate from Trusk. We're Smiths. We're both men of the faith. And it
Both
hurts.
good men.
Yes. And it hurts to see, like, look. And I'm like gesture to where your arm is like literally like the hand and I are like literally starting the necrosis.
The hand is no longer the only dead part of your body.
I
Like-
think something that could help solve this, because I know Roku doesn't want to just get rid of it because it is a good source of his power. And I know that's all about your god is like strength, power, whatever.
Something that can solve it
If
is
we-
the pep.
Let Sweetie finish.
Okay.
If we can cure him of all the bad stuff that comes with it and maybe like help him master it, if we're all there together helping him, I think all of us can help him get through it.
You mean like
Gronk and I spoke of this yesterday. If we can purge the evil from the hand, I'm on board.
Yes, the positive energy plane.
Oh wait, shit. Did Gronk and
No, it
Nikolai
was
talk about that?
It was literally
yeah,
But
Gronk
just
and Nikolai did
Gerald
talk
and-
about that. Yeah, we did.
Did they? Okay. Okay.
Like
Can
we
you remember
had
that
this
was Gerald
discussion.
Nathaniel or Gronk and Nick? Or both?
We
Because-
both had this conversation.
If we can, 'cause I know, sure, this is technically just Roku's burden, but since all of us in this group are worried about it, if we all help him master it together and we all cure him of any bad things with it together, I think a lot more trust and a good chunk of bondage would happen between us all.
bonding, not bondage.
Bondage. I'm using that word.
Okay.
I thought we were already
Sweetie would use that word.
planning on that.
Sweetie would use that word.
Besides the voltage part.
I told you. I told Grunk, and I was going to tell Roku. And the time was right. Also, we've been quite busy all day today, and the moment did not come up. If we can purge the evil from the hand and the eye, I'm more than happy for him to have its power. Right now, he doesn't just have power. In fact, I'd argue he doesn't have any. He has corruption. Vecna has the power, and he's just using you to channel it.
Vecna has no power over me.
So you're saying the Roku that you were before you put on that hand would have slaughtered the man in front of the city you grew up in just a day ago?
That had nothing to do with Vecna.
That was you then? That was Roku. Just Roku.
He was going to try and kill me. I killed him first.
That's not what that was, and you know it. That was your own arrogance, you proving yourself to your god.
Right. So there's some of that going on too, and I hope you've figured out whatever weird daddy issue complex you've got. But right now, we just don't want to see Vecna consume you. Nikolai and I talked. We think heading to Northwind after we defeat Sid is a good option. Northwind is apparently a school of magic, and if anywhere would know about planes, it would be there, because Mimar had no idea what the positive energy plane was. I've never heard of it. None of you have heard of it. So that's a good starting point.
I'm the first one this in my book I haven't read yet.
Also, I know this is, it might sound a little bad, but I think it's really cool that you're like a demigod and your dad is a god or whatever. But I think you might also be taking that. You're trying to prove yourself too hard. If you just live your life, I think it'd be almost doing better than. I feel like since you found out who your dad was, you've just been in constant trying to prove yourself to be better than everyone else, and I don't think that's really the way to go about this.
Of course you don't. Why, sweetie?
Why do you not think I should, or why do you not think? What?
Strength is all there is, sweetie.
No, there's a lot more than just strength.
You know who thought that matter?
One more time.
Nikolai, you're going to
Yeah,
have to
you're
like
really
put the
quiet.
microphone closer to your mouth. We can't hear a
I
word
don't
you're
think it's
saying.
me.
Yes, we could usually piece together that last sentence was.
It's like
Yeah,
Jerry
it's-
D's, but worse.
No, it just sounds like you're super far away.
Can't hear the word you're saying.
It's better.
Yes,
At
that's
all.
better.
For now, I hope it will stay that way. Oh shit, is that you?
I heard it too. I don't think it
Oh,
was
okay,
me.
probably me. Sorry.
Yeah. You know, you say strength is all there is. You know who believed that? Who thought all that mattered was strength and power. The man who used that very same eye on me every single day for 2 straight months while he had me locked in a hole, only fed, not clothed. That's the kind of man you're becoming. That's the kind of man the eye is making you. At least I hope it's the eye that's doing that, because if that's you, Roku, you're more lost than I thought.
I do not torture.
Tell that to Joshua.
He wasn't tortured.
Look, I understand the whole you're trying to prove yourself to your father, but that's what's overtaking you. Sure, the hand and eye are evil and might be playing into that, but this whole trying to live up to being the perfect demigod, being better than all of us because we're just civilians and not actual gods or
Right, sweetie, I don't know if that's really it.
I think that's more of
mean,
the case
Oh.
than the hand and
One
eye
person
taking over.
who can answer that question is standing right here. What is it, Roku?
Have
Is
you
it the
not
hand and eye, or is it
Real-
the
opening gods entering our plane?
I have, yes.
What do you think will beat them? Talking circles? Discussing our feelings?
no, I think we'll do it together. And that's not by trying to go rogue and strength, because there's strength in numbers if we have to talk the strength game.
Strength will certainly help, won't it?
Mm-hmm. But the point is, we can't be strong if we don't trust each other. And Roku, I want to trust you. I do trust you. But I'm not gonna lie, hearing things like, I'll kill them, or I'll kill them all. That was the quote, right?
I'll kill them, period. I'll kill them all, period.
Boom, I did it right. That's a little disconcerting, especially if you're talking about us.
I have no plans to harm any of you.
And that's wonderful.
but hearing you say you'll kill
Hey,
them.
let him answer my question. Who was it?
One more time.
Who was it? Who were you going to kill?
There is another sibling of mine, and maybe more.
Why do you have to kill them?
It's a trial from Cord. I would have not killed Joshua, but he was going to kill me.
Right. I do what you must, but I don't think that's the right way to go about things. And
Sound like the same sociopath that sent a fire-breathing lizard man after us today. Trials and strength. It's the ramblings of my master. He taught me how to fight, yes, but he was never a good man.
I do not claim Cord to be a good god, man, anything of the sort.
No, but I'm saying you used to be, and you're not anymore. When you took the hand in the eye, you did it to save the life of your friend, not to win a war against gods and to prove yourself to your father.
Well, that's not what they can be used for.
They have corrupted you. You had good intentions. Now all you want is bloodshed.
What about you?
What about me?
Your hands are bloodier than mine.
My past is my own. I have and will forgive you for anything you have done. I'm saying I'm looking forward to be better.
If you're calling me a bad man, you should look at yourself first.
I'm not saying you are a bad man. I'm saying you could become one. I don't want that. Yes, I know I've done terrible things. And I have to sit with the rest of my life knowing I have done those things. I'm not a good man. But I wish I was. I wish I was more like the Roku that saved me. Like the Roku that saved Ferris.
I do not regret anything that I've done.
Perhaps you're not a good man after all. Perhaps you and me are more alike in that way than I initially thought. Get up, go downstairs, and go to bed.
If that's the way you see it.
So good night to you all, and walk back up the post to the crow's nest.
Okay. See, talking helps. It could have been a lot worse. Could have just been hating each other constantly and not good. Or not trusting each other. I don't know. Hating. It's kind of a strong word. But hey, just talk every now and again, or maybe tell us your intentions, because we didn't know that was a trial from Cord. If you told us, hey, all the other kids of children of Cord are going to try and kill me, then we could have known and maybe went through this together.
Right.
Sweetie,
Instead
you
of-
look beside Sweetie, and every point he's making, his little floating head nods. Talking helps.
That thing freaks me out. Why did I?
Apparently, overnight they've made some connection in which they are a little more close now.
Just if something like this happens, just tell us so we all can know about it and go through it together. Because we're not just here to kill things. We're here to help each other. And sure, if you have a problem you're trying to go through, just tell us and we're going to be here to help. Don't just think you can tackle everything on your own, because if that's the guy you're going to become, then you're probably going to lose all of us on the way.
Talking helps.
Very punctual. Did you train it to do that too?
Nah, it just kind of mimics me every once in a while.
It's like they made a pact.
Yeah,
Possibly
possibly.
by like a chain.
Anyway. Yeah. I think Sweetie makes up some good points. But I hope you don't push us away. I won't leave unless you tell me to. And look, you're right, I don't know all the things of what it's like to have a god for a dad, but I mean, you met Thrag. He's not a super great dad, and there's a lot of pressure there. I mean, he literally scolded me for not converting all of Trusk into worshippers of Celestian. So if you ever want to talk about that, get it off your chest so you don't bottle it up. I'm here.
Talking helps.
Right, Sweetie, can you take that thing away?
Sure.
And I'm gonna walk over to Enigma's room and just gotta throw him in and close the door.
Talking helps. I killed them. I killed them all. He's just muffled behind the door.
Not just the men, but the women and the children too.
Anyway, shitty dads, am I right? And I'm gonna go in for a fist bump.
I'm gonna hit you with the Vecna hand.
It's
Ooh.
weirdly cold to the touch. Like it was just out like the refrigerator. Super weird. Not skin temperature.
When
Oh,
the
right.
hand-
That reminds me. And I'm gonna start groping Roku and cast remove curse.
Okay. As you start invoking this enchantment to remove any sort of cursedness from the hand and eye, Roku, you notice a sense of relief immediately, like you just got pumped full of morphine. It's like when Gronk hits you with the cure wounds when you're needing it. As the necrosis in your arm starts to decrease slightly, and your eye, the veins that are black around it start to stop, and you hear, no, you're not getting rid of me, are you? I just got myself reacquainted in here. And even though he's saying that, Gronk, sweetie, you guys both hear Vecna's voice.
Right. You heard that, right?
No.
Uh-oh.
You don't want to. You can't heal me. I will not be removed. The full power will be limited if you try to preserve me. You need me, Roku. You need me. You'll never be able to unleash the full extent if you no. And suddenly, a huge pressure is relieved, like you just popped a blister, and Vecna's soul came oozing out as his purple ethereal energy starts fading off of Roku and disappears into the sky.
He'll be back, I'm sure of that.
Wait. Did you just unmake the hand and eye of Vecna's?
No, I think I just temporarily purged Roku. I would not count on this being a permanent fix. After all,
As you look at the decrepit hand and eye, that is a very safe assessment that this is not fixed. It's still super fucked up, just less fucked up.
This is literally the biggest scumbag in the history of scumbags we're talking about. He'll be back. And then I'm going to cast Remove Curse again, but this time on his armor.
That's
Once
what I thought
again,
you were doing in the beginning.
implying just a safe assessment to assume the cursed. As you do this, the armor starts to and oh my god, you get like a cross breeze going down your chest, which you haven't in months, or not months, but in days. You finally feel the breeze, and you're like, oh, you take the armor, the arms off just a little bit to feel, and it's all matted down. It's like getting a cast removed. It's really gross.
But it feels good.
And Roku, you feel as if your horns could be removed, but they do not immediately purge from your head. But you feel as if you could get a little haircut and they'd be gone.
See, you have to trust everyone in your group because they can help you too.
And then I'm going to walk back to my room and fall asleep.
Anyway, big day tomorrow. Get some rest. And I'm going to go back to my room and go to bed.
I'm going to complete my watch.
And Roku?
I am going to remove my helmet, set it at my feet, face it towards me, and crisscross applesauce. Meditate out towards the sea.
And then?
Are you trying anything specific, Roku?
Just going to take my long rest there.
And with that, after 2 hours, you switch shifts. And when you all wake up in the morning, that is where we will pick up next week.
With a hopefully decent Jared.
Hopefully.